Ladies and gentlemen of the living and the dead, my name is Ari Esther, and I am your friendly neighborhood Copernican Master who fears all things horror. Happy Christmas Eve! Happy Christmas Eve! Hello, hello, hello! Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in. Oh, we are finally back to playing games. I feel like I haven't played games in a hot minute. Hello, CJ fan. Hope that Christmas Eve is going really well. Oh, it's going. I'm just glad work is over. These streams are like yes, the fans can appreciate the reality. Oh, thank you. Hello, Embrace. So Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas for some. Merry Christmas Eve for others. It's the holiday season. I'm not very festive though. Look at me, it's me and my cat. Playing games on Christmas Eve. Yeah! I had to work today. My manager was out. And our second in command left at like, I don't know, 11. So I was technically third in command, but I felt like everyone was kind of not really there afternoon. So it was pretty whatever. I didn't do much. I did not do much at all. Yeah, mostly I just sat around and I did my stuff and I waited to clock out. But I hope everyone is having a great holiday season. It is Christmas Eve for a lot of the world, and it is Christmas for a lot of the world. So, hope you guys are having a good time, spending time with whoever is important to you, I hope. Great and talented, only sometimes, but thank you. Thank you, CJ. Very kind of you to say. Alright, well, we are back. We haven't played games for a hot minute. Well, that's not true. We played games last Monday. Played Little Inferno last Monday, but we haven't really played any games since. Mostly because I was off for most of last week, and then we did a birthday hand cam, and then I was off again until today. But we are back. We are back with Ace Attorney Investigations, and it's really funny because I'm pretty sure it is Christmas Eve in game right now. So for once, we are on the same page as the game. Hello, Foxy. What's up? How's everyone's day been? Oh, not much. I went to work. I worked for about 3 hours and then stayed alive for the other 5. And now I'm here. Alright, so we're continuing with Turnabout Legacy. We are now Edgeworth's Papa. And I think our client is a pastry chef, who has like a competition going on, and he's being accused of murdering a competitor in his competition. And that really lovely boat behind the very esteemed detective bed right there is made of chocolate, and I want it. I think we kind of looked around the crime scene. I don't think it's a crime scene. Where the scene of the body discovery, whatever. And now we're going to have a conversation/argument with Detective Bad about why he thinks our client did it. And that's all I can remember because it's been 2 weeks since we played this game. And these are all the evidence we've collected so far. Oh, there's a very cute teapot that I like. The teapot looks like a moon, and the teacups look like stars. Alright, that's the recap. It's Christmas for you already? Merry Christmas, Foxy. Merry Christmas. Alright, let's get into it. Let's see what Detective Bad has to say. Jumping right into some good old murder on Christmas Eve. Okay, so if the door had been locked when the body was found, Tanro would have been the obvious suspect. I think he has the key, which is why he deliberately didn't lock his room. Alright, seeing some backward thinking. And why he smashed in the lid of the treasure chest so the body was on full display. Everyone was supposed to gather in his room when the judging finishes up. He made it look like the murder happened while he wasn't there. One thing he didn't plan on was Bound finding the body. Anyway, that's my thinking on the whole thing. Good enough for you, Mr. Attorney? Oh yeah, we're the attorney now! I keep forgetting. We're the defense attorney. Anyway, so Gregory, who is Ezra's papa. We've gone back in time quite a bit. Gone back in time quite a bit. You also believe it was Mr. Tanro who damaged the other pieces in this room. Yup. You know you have to believe your client. That's your job. But I'm a detective and I serve the law. And no matter how squeaky clean someone might seem, a suspect's still a suspect. I'm pretty sure he was still found guilty. I think. Might have applied a little. Oh, we're getting so critical thinking. Gregory. Thanks for the heads up. Do your worst, Detective Bad. Taking that as a challenge. Just as the detective won't compromise his devotion to the law, I won't compromise my beliefs either. And I'm not about to just accept his version of events. In fact, I'm going to show him the piece of evidence that highlights the contradiction in his claims. Alright, Gregory knows what's up. I don't, but we'll get through it. How does this game work? It's a visual novel. Pretty much, more or less. It's a visual novel. And you're supposed to pick apart your opponent's argument, testimony, whatever they say, using evidence you collect throughout the game. It's a point-and-click visual novel. And kind of sort of a puzzle game. Yeah. You'll see. You're about to see it in action. Alright, we're gonna cross-examine and rebut the detective's testimony. Usually the easiest way to play this game is press every single statement. Because usually there's a clue or two in there. Here we go. So we're gonna press his statement. If the door had been locked when the body was found, Tanro would have been the obvious suspect. So let's press that. Alright, Gregory is in full courtroom mode. He's in full courtroom mode. It's hardly solid grounds on which to base your suspicion of Mr. Tangaroa, detective. That's hardly solid grounds. Start shouting objections left and right. Wow. Maybe quit interrupting. Let me finish. Alright, let's keep going. Okay, so let's press what he said. Deliberately didn't lock the room. Because if he locked it, he might as well have held up the sign saying he did it since he had the only key. Okay. Maybe it was just a coincidence. Oh, it's Baby Fender! Baby Fender. I keep forgetting he's like, I don't know, 17 here or something. He just left it unlocked without meaning to. He just happened to leave it unlocked. Did somebody just happen to find a body inside? Someone can never make detective think like that. Well, he doesn't want to be a detective, so. He doesn't want to be a detective. He wants to be an attorney. So I didn't make the serial lie there, Fender. The reason why Tanro left this door unlocked. Okay. I'm gonna press the statement he smashed the lid. Say Mr. Tanro himself deliberately smashed the treasure chest open. The cat and the body would have never been found. Struggle to see how he managed to destroy his creation while judging the contest at the same time. Besides, there's no way he would have disrespected his sweets. Oh yeah, Fender's a huge fan of our client. He watches his TV show. Eats every last crumb on Bacon Bob while dancing. That's the only way his stuff gets destroyed. You know about Bacon Bob, detective? Am I the only one who isn't familiar with this show? Mayhaps? Can you sing the theme song too? Never mind that now. Focus! Oh, but I want you to sing for me, detective! The point is this. Tanro was responsible for breaking that lid. Alright, so he's going with that. Everyone was supposed to gather in his room when the judging finished up. Okay, let's press that. Judging began in Mr. Gusto's room, correct? Yeah. Kinda want to check his hard candy stuff out myself. In that case, how about demonstration? Oh yeah, he's the candy guy. Sugar guy, he's the sugar guy. He made a dog. Damn. Oh, dude, it's a wolf? Yeah, it looks just like a wolf. A lone wolf. I like it, detective. Detective. Anyhow. Alright, let's press the statement where he says... Looks like the murder happened while he wasn't there. You have a clear idea of when exactly the murder took place. Not yet. Autopsy report still pending. Oh. Let's see. Oh, Gregory's pressing hard. Hello, Mecca. Almost Christmas means it wasn't Christmas, but it will be soon. How are you, Mecca? Hope you're doing well at work. We may not know when the murder happened, but we know when the body was discovered. It was while Tanro was judging Gusto's room. Perfect alibi if he could set up just right. Still not grounds for an arrest. Surely you have to agree with that. Oh. Got nothing more to say to you. Wow. Why do I get the feeling he's citing something? Detective Bass seems pretty convinced that Mr. Tanro is the culprit. No, he would have analyzed his own creation. Still, the treasure chest did get smashed in. There's no denying that. Perhaps you should focus more on what led to the body's discovery. Doing so should make it easier to spot the flaw in Detective Bad's theory. Okay, hang on. I'll probably have to read up on my evidence because I don't remember much of what happened in the last game. It's been 2 weeks. Don't want to get spoiled for this game because I still want to play eventually, so I'm just popping to say hello and Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas to you as well, Mecca. Rick is slow. I got a lot of reading in, yeah. Hopefully everyone's chilling at home on Christmas Eve. Let's press this so I can look over our evidence real quick. I'm not sure where Gregory Papa is going at this, so let's take a look. So, prizes for the competition is the ultimate cookbook. The title of World's Greatest Confectioner. The rules are judging will proceed clockwise from the leftmost room. All contestants together in Mr. Chang and Rose's room when judging ends. Non-confectionery items may not be used as decorations. Stands and display materials will be provided. Contestants may not enter another contestant's room until judging has been completed. Okay, so that was the first piece of evidence. Second piece, someone left finger marks on the chocolate frame but didn't leave any prints. Third is the teapot with Mr. Tanro's fingerprints on it. Then we have a seal that was found near the body when it was discovered. What could the design signify? Well, isn't it the same as this? The stamp on the bottom, it says PH. Suppose that must be Paul Halik's pottery mark. Miss Bounce says she's a big fan of his work. And made it. It was a yeah, maybe Fender. Maybe. I have a case of Truly and a one-piece model kit waiting for me at home! Exciting! Very exciting! Sounds like it'll be a good time after you get home. How do you even get your tea in there? Just take off the lid, Eddie. Which One Piece model kit is it? You might have to describe it to me. Because I don't know any of them. Alright, so... the seal... is related to the teapot. Let's take a look at the crime scene. The victim's body was found in Samson Tangaroa's room inside a chocolate treasure chest. The lid was closed until the ship collapsed. Part of the treasure chest that was covered in blood is missing. Every other item in the room is also missing a piece of itself. Cause of death appears to have been blood loss following blunt force trauma. Alright, so here's the picture. Here's the key. The one and only key that unlocks every door in the mansion. Tangaroa was in possession of it the entire time. Okay, those are evidence. I still can't figure out how it relates to the case, but we'll see. So Malta kept the straw hat ship, the Thousand Sunny. Oh, with the little sheep? Sheep on its helm? Fun stuff. Good luck putting it together. Okay, so... door had been locked when the body was found. Tangaroa would have been the obvious suspect, which is why he deliberately didn't lock his room. Why he smashed in the... oh, he didn't smash in the display, though. The ship collapsed. Okay. I'm thinking this is where we're going with this. So we're objecting. Alright, we got it right. My logic is sound. That's the Going Merry, the first ship, Thousand Sunnies, the Lion. Wait, they have 2 ships? I didn't know there were more than 1 ship. Okay. Well, I learned something today. Thousand Sunnies, a lion. I only remember the sheep one. Sorry. I've never seen One Piece. I've only seen pictures of it floating around. Alright. So, here we go. We've established that the body was hidden inside the chest, and that Miss Bound only came running into this room when she heard a sound. It seems reasonable to infer that the sound was that of the chocolate boat collapsing. Sure seems likely based on the evidence. And yet you assert that it was Mr. Tangaroa who had smashed the lid of the chest. I believe this photo makes it clear that it was the ship that did the smashing. Okay, Detective Bat has fallen silent. And that had occurred only moments before Miss Bound had entered the room. Then it couldn't have been broken by Miss Tangaroa, who was out judging the contest at the time. Never say he did it then and there, detective, but you insinuated. Could have done something to the sand so it collapsed when he was in the middle of judging.
Objection!
Any way of proving that assertion? Nope, but the investigation isn't over yet. There's still time. It doesn't have anything conclusive. Have you found any prints in this room besides those of Mr. Tangaroa? It's going after the truth. The Edgeworth Papa. It's going hard. And Detective Bad, this is a very, very, very difficult battle. Going Merry gets heavily damaged and then retired, and I cried over a ship. It's really cute though, with the sheep. It's too bad. It's too bad. On the door, we found Tangaroa's and Frost prints on there too. We're all brought in here for a briefing right before we started work on our creation. Those prints are probably from then. You haven't checked any of Miss Tangaroa's works for prints yet? What? We know that somebody tampered with them. Therefore, it's possible they left some prints behind when they did so. Alright, Detective Bad. It's going to go look for more fingerprints. If you don't find anything, you guys still top of my list. Alright. Yes, sir. Check all of this chocolate stuff for prints now! Forensic going right away. I love the forensics in this game. Everything has a turnaround time of approximately 30 seconds to 1 minute. Finished dusting the chocolate and we found prints that don't belong to Mr. Tangaroa. Go on. Delicia Scone, sir. She's one of the contestants. Good work. You can go back to whatever you were investigating before. Seems to have a suspect beside Mr. Tangaroa. Even without your lawyerly input, I wasn't about to wrap up the investigation anyway. I'll go speak to Miss Scone and see what she has to say for herself. Delicia Scone. Mr. Gusto mentioned her too. He said that she was ruthless, that she'd do anything to win. Scone lady sounds like a pretty suspicious character, huh, Mr. E? So I think we better try to speak with her ourselves as well. Detective Bao, would you mind if we accompanied you? Babysitting is not my job. But I guess you did pick up a couple useful clues already, so if you want to tag along, be my guest. Oh, thank you, Detective Bad! Thank you, Detective Bad! What? The lead prosecutor's so busy in there. It'll be fine, me and him don't exactly see eye to eye anyhow. Oh, it's Mr. Von Kamma. Who is this, him? Who did they assign the case to? Manfred Von Kamma. Yeah, yes, Eddie, you should be scared. He hasn't lost a case in 25 years. Manfred Von Kamma, a living legend over at the prosecutor's office. We've never faced one another in the courtroom, but I've heard plenty of stories. They say he'll do anything to ensure a guilty verdict. Wow. We already know this, though. But I can't let that distract me. For now, I need only continue to do what I believe is right. To be continued! What I'd say about progress. You made progress so far. Let's keep going. Alright, here we go. Ooh! December 24th, 7:30 p.m. Oh my god! Oh my god, it is currently 7:25 p.m. We're only 5 minutes off. We're so close to the in-game time. It's crazy. It's crazy. Anyway, have a good night. Merry Christmas. You too, Mecca. You too. Go rest your birthday and get home safe. Get home safe. Alright. Contest venue. Scone's room. Wow, it's so cute. Candy Castle. And look, there's some little elves to go with it. Just sit on the screen for 5 minutes. It's alright. It's close enough. Close enough. It's close enough. The 5 minutes is for the lag. Wow. It's so big. Room's laid out pretty much the same as Tangaroa's. It's not as cold though, that's something. Let's see. It looks like there's a temperature control panel in here too. Over there with the orange lights. Better take a closer look at it when we can. Like a fairy tale storybook in here, and this whipped cream cover construction must be the work of Miss Delicia Scone. Where is Miss Scone? Me? Why, I'm just over here, dearie. She's so cute! She's so cute! She's so cute! She looks like the Pillsbury Doughboy! Oh, just look at your lovely boys, Delicious Scone, at your service. Some cheeky blighters back in Blighty even call me Miss Delicious Tea. Miss Delicious Tea. What a lovely boy, 34. Unexpected to say the least. Oh. Oh, Gregory, you're only 34? You look like you're 43. Ain't no way you're only 34. There's so many wrinkles. Gregory, you gotta take care of yourself more. Oh yes, dear, you the detective over there. You're all lovely boys to me. Nobody's lovely boy lady. Name's Bad. I wonder just how old she is. Finish this up so we can get out of here, Mr. Attorney. Yes, alright. They look so noir. The two of them in one screen. They look so noir. Oh no. Here comes Mr. Von Kama. Eddie, that scary guy right there is Manfred Von Kama. Yes, that's Manfred Von Kama, Eddie. Sorry, mannequins. Oh, notorious prosecutor Von Kama himself. It's a pleasure to meet you. Wow, Gregory's so unfazed. So unfazed. Nicholas, what your name is? Job is to lose to me and disappear, never to show you a sniveling face again. You know how much I hate this dude. But a thoroughly rude individual. I agree, Gregory. I agree. Those piercing eyes, that furrowed brow, you're even scarier than they say. Eddie, get yourself together. Pull yourself together. You might want to keep such rude thoughts to yourself, Eddie. Eddie's a child. Here's an excuse. What's Von Karma's? We're hoping you might permit us to carry out some brief inquiries, Mr. Von Karma. Why would I wish to extend you any such courtesy? What? You scared of losing to me? Scared of losing to me, Von Karma? As long as your inquiries are limited to this room, I suppose I'll allow it. A sudden change of heart. You little tall fella. Wow, he doesn't even bother learning Detective Bad's name. So rude. Ask me your opinion. The thoughts of a lowly detective not concern me. Excuse you. I love Detective Bad. Don't you dare be rude to him. Bad, see to it that these worms don't step out of line. Wow! Wow. Excuse me. Bye! Poor Detective Bad. More babysitting. Yeah, this is gonna be a great time. Why aren't Detective Bad and Mr. Von Karma investigating together? Probably because Mr. Von Karma is very busy fabricating evidence. Unless you didn't know each other well enough for there to be bad blood between them. I don't think they like each other. Looks like we have permission to investigate. Guess we better get to it. Not sure I trust Mr. Von Karma's motives, but at least we can do that much. Coming over this room yet either? Not messing it up before I get my chance. You'll have to wait till I'm done. Alright, Detective Bad. Thought you were the lead detective. How come you didn't take a look at this room yet? Because I wasn't the first one they assigned. One of Von Karma's pets was on the job before me. Oh. Right up until just now, in fact, I got here not long before you did. Interesting. I'll say we look over the room together, Detective. Worked out well enough before. Then you won't have to worry about us messing things up. You can keep an eye on us as we go. Huh? Screwball attorney has to have a everything does that. I'm trying to be friends, Detective Bad. Guess I'm stuck with you for a little while longer. Thank you, Detective Bad. What about thanks? Don't be too grateful. This is my scene. The second you get in my way, you're out of here. Of course. Alright, here we go. Begin investigation! Contest venue, Scones Room. Oh, look at her. She's so scared. Are you alright? What's the matter, Miss Scone? You seem a whole lot less cheerful than you were a minute ago. Is it Mr. Von Karma? Did something happen between you two? Oh, yes. Nothing happened at all. Oh. Yeah, I'm sure nothing happened. You just said yes. Hee hee, that was a hello, yes, you silly boy. Aren't you just the sweetest little sugar dumplings? Remind me, what was your name again? Eddie Lumpkin! depends how you go far, dearie. I can tell. Eddie, you love kids, alright. Seems our English gentlewoman has taken a liking to you, Eddie. No subtle accomplishment. It's not exactly what I picture when I think of a gentlewoman, Mr. E. Never mind that now. We should ask her a few questions while we can. Alright, let's ask her about the contest. Tell us about what you did over the course of the contest. Oh, she's British? Oh no. I have to do a really bad British accent. Alright, someone is British. They're watching this. My apologies in advance. It's not going to go very well for us. Of course, dearie. Let's see. It all started at about 10 in the morning. That's when we set to work. And well, I spent most of the time here in my room getting everything ready, as you'd expect. Oh, and then there was a lovely afternoon tea for an hour or so from around 1, I think. Afternoon tea? It's an English tradition, a chance to drink tea, enjoy a snack, and make small talk. I want some. And I like recess. Eddie, how old are you? Suppose you could say that. It's not quite the same, but sure. Oh, you really know your onions, don't you, Greggy Peck? Like such a clever boy. That's what I think of Greggy. Ah, you have a way with the women, just like your son. And where was this afternoon tea served? Out in the garden, of course. It's a lovely little one just outside. They do it at the same hour every break time during the contest. They'll lay on a nice little spread, you know? But today, only me, Samson Sillypants, and Moody Judy were there for it. Sammy Poo had already finished his big creation, so he was there the whole time. Poor Chillywinks and Gusty Pants had to miss out because they hadn't finished yet. Bless them. So everybody except Mr. Frost and Mr. Gusto was present. Damn, Gregory, you were able to decipher all of that? That's right, dear. To tell you the truth, I hadn't finished yet either, but I wasn't about to miss out on tea and cakes served by our 2 TV superstars. I went right back to work when I finished, though. Tootled off while the others were still nattering away. At any point during the contest, did you visit any of other competitors' rooms? Well, no, dear, don't be silly. That's strange, because your fingerprints were found in Mr. Tangaroa's room. Caught red-handed. So you admit you were there? Oh, her hair's so cute. They're like little spiral. Oh, well, I can hardly deny it now, can I? But I didn't kill anybody, I swear. I suppose I better tell you what really happened. Just promise you'll believe me, won't you, dear? Alright, let's get her version of what really happened. So what exactly were you doing in Mr. Tangaroa's room? Well, I was, I suppose you'd call it research. Research? Sammy Poo was a dab hand when it comes to the oh sweet making. Everybody knows that. So when I noticed there was no one in there, I just popped in for a quick bit of research, like I say. Alright, we got a little hint right there, a little piece of logic. Yeah, what kind of research you leave fingerprints, ma'am? You wear gloves? Disgusting. Yes, that. Well, it stands to reason I leave fingerprints, doesn't it? After all, it's hardly research we don't have a little nibble now, is it? Oh, she ate some? 8 little pieces of them? So the trace of tempering Mr. Tangaroa's room, that was all you? I'm ever so sorry, sweeties. I didn't mean to make a mess. I had to take a little bite here and there, didn't I? I didn't want poor Sammy Poople getting upset, so it's just the teeniest bits and pieces. And the stand holding up the ship, you took a bite of that too, I suppose. Oh yes, dear, of course I did. It was you brought the whole thing crashing down. I'm sorry, my lovely. Truly I am. Hold on, is that why you left the afternoon tea early? You were heading out for a second helping of sweets? Why, look, just please believe me. I never killed anybody, I promise. Her actions were certainly suspicious, but that's about all we can say for now. Alright, let's present to her the finger marks on the frame. Look at that. Just have the loveliest toys, Quirky Peg Leg. But that color, oh no, that won't do. Here, let me put a lovely splodge of cream on it. No. Let's see if she has anything to say about the teapot. No, she doesn't have anything to say about the teapot. Okay. Come back to her at a later time. It's cute. She's sauce. Alright, let's see what else we can take a look at. Something weird about a ladder? It's not a ladder detective, but it's a step ladder. Yeah, what's the difference? Wait, what is the difference? Huh? Huh? Okay. I don't know what's the difference, but the difference between a ladder and step ladder is they're both ladders. These must be the various tools Miss Scone used to build her castle. Buckets filled with cream, trowels, and a brush. She had pedicel or plaster, or both. Don't you go making jokes at my expense, you cheeky young devil. You don't just slap stuff on walls like a silly old plasterer. I've to spread the cream out lovely and smooth that work out all the rough patches. This is literally exactly what a plasterer does. Detective bad. Gonna hurt her feelings. Alright, what is here? Oh, what's this? There's a blowtorch and some chemicals here. I guess all for... I wonder what these chemicals are. Let's take a look at these labels. Mango down 911. Homie cyanide 247. Yo, poisons? Let's see, they common colorings and flavorings used in candies and desserts. First is concentrated mango boiled down to its purest essence, hence mango down. See, asking for trouble with a name like that. I'm curious to what homie cyanide might be. Same though, Gregory, same. Let's talk to this forensics. Don't turn around. If you turn around, you eat it. Can't eat the castle. Don't eat the castle. Oh. He really wants to eat the castle. Alright, let's take a look at this control panel. There's a small door on the wall here, just like Mr. Tangaroa's room. Open it. Temperature 68 degrees. Light set to green. Didn't Gusto say green needs to be kept at 50 degrees? Temperature in here is too high. Alright, temperature of Scone's room isn't suitable for whipped cream. That is how I wonder why. Alright, go look at that. Oh, what's this? It's a cute little elf made of candy. It's sitting on a little tree stump. The whipped cream decorations around it are beginning to lose their shape. The elf seems completely fine. Strange. The elf is made of candy. And everything around is made of whipped cream. And whipped cream needs a temperature of 50, but it is 68 right now. Alright. It's an incredible piece of work. Hard to believe this whole castle is made of sugar and cream. It's like a magical medieval story or something. I didn't know you were so into such fantastical things. I mean, you get carried away. They know you're doing great, Eddie. I love the background information. I love it. Give me more. I admire your enthusiasm. Sometimes wish my own son wasn't as animated as you. Huh. You'd hate how he grew up. You have a son, Mr. E? I do. He's still in elementary school, and yet he'd rather read a statute book than a fairy tale. What's a statute book? Can't help but worry that his interest will make it hard for him to make friends. Oh, well, he has great friends, Gregory. Don't you worry. Sounds super interesting. He'll make a ton of friends, me included, I'm sure. The big brother, huh? He's literally eating his words again. Guess I have some growing up to do, but I take this more seriously. With that in mind, shall we continue our investigation? Alright, take a look at what's going on here. Doors to the castle have been left wide open. Is the guy born in barn? You could at least close them behind him. I like to see you say that to Mr. Von Karma's face, Eddie. There's a bunch of stuff inside, let's see. But it's gonna be handling evidence, it'll be me. Cream's going all runny. The whipped cream's melting in with balloons to shape the slightest touch. It's all over the detective's shoe. Why are these items being stored inside a candy castle? Alright, tell me what you want me to look at first. 2 big rock crystals. If somebody was using the castle for storage. I expected something a little more exciting behind those doors. We need a giant uncut gemstone. I mean, this whole thing is based on the story about a castle with a priceless treasure hidden inside. Can you treat my priceless treasure with a little more care? Something on the bottom of it. Looks like a little stand or something. Alright. They are gemstones. Stand must be so they can be put on display. Whatever it seems they're not just a large set of paperweight. It must go on these things here. The little pedestals in the front. But let's take a look at these rolled up blue thingies. There's a bunch of blue cloth back there. 4 rolls all together. They certainly aren't made of candy. No idea what this stuff is for. Almost looks like somebody hid it in here. I think I've seen fabric of the same color somewhere else before. We have? We have? Gregory. Oh! We have. So the body was covered with. Alright. Got a little bit more info. These pillars, they have hexagon indentations. Looks like something's supposed to go in there. Well, whatever they were, they're long gone. No, I feel like they're right in front of us, detective. Castle's covered in whipped cream, so maybe a giant strawberry with a hexagonal bottom. I kind of like strawberries, okay? Can't blame a guy for wishing. Bender likes bananas and Gregory likes blueberries. Alright, I think that's everything here. Alright, I think we can do a little bit of deduction. Alright, let's put together the runny cream and the high temperature. The whipped cream in this room is collapsing because the temperature is too high. 68 degrees, my messed up shoes can vouch for that. And yet... when you open the doors to the castle, the handle themselves were just fine. They were sturdier than expected. That's how the way I would describe most things made of confectionery. I think we better take another look at those handles, don't you? I think it's safe to say handles aren't made of candy. It's not just the handles, the whole castle, little elves. They're all just plastic models with whipped cream smeared on top. Oh! Miss Go! Are you perhaps cheating? Oh, this is confectionery art after all? And it's simply made to look like candy with the cream having the added lender on air of authenticity. Scone's confections were all fakes. What was she up to? Alright, let's put together the rock crystal stands and the hexagonal indentations. The rock crystal stands and the pillars in front of the castle feature the same hexagonal shape. I believe the crystals are meant to be placed on top of the pillars. Makes perfect sense. If that's the case, then why were they being hidden inside the castle? The rolls of blue cloth and the rock crystals inside the castle. I imagine both must belong to Miss Scone. Miss Scone! I need your input. What were we using the items inside the castle for? Those? Sorry, Lemkins, but I'm not allowed to say. Let me guess. Karma? How did you know? Please don't ask me to tell you. I hurt my guts for garters. Seems the prosecution really has no intention to share anything with the defense. Thought we were onto something with those giant rock crystals. What's that, dear? You're interested in my little trinkets? Your trinkets? Yes, my sweet. I use them to make people all lovely and relaxed. Use rock crystals and cloths to do that? I do. It's wonderful. You should see it. And they're not just any old rock crystals either. They're great big lumps of salt with lights inside them. Oh. They're salt lamps, essentially. Tee-hee-hee-hee. Oh, that's not even the half of it. This cloth holds an even more exciting secret. Alright. She really opened up the moment we started talking about her trinket. Since you're here, why don't I give you lovely boys a taste of my relaxation magic, huh? Oh, Battery Bumpkins, can you get it all out and set it up for me? The name is bad. Is that a note? Why are you being so selfish, Betty Bumpkins? Are you done there, forensics? Okay, they finished taking photos. Help Miss Scone here with something, will you? Oh, you're sweetie at heart, aren't you, Batty B? That's amazing, Miss Scone. You got exactly what you wanted. That's some talent. Alright, let's see what she does. Thank you ever so much, Buddykins, and you, Officer Lovely. She's even giving nicknames to the forensics guys now. It's her way of showing that she cares. So what about this is supposed to be relaxing, exactly? Oh, don't be a big sourpuss, Betty B. The fun's only just beginning. Officer Lovely can switch it on now. Huh? Oh. So they all light up. I wish my son were here to see you, Gregory! Gregory's always thinking of Miles. Isn't it though? Isn't it just wonderful? The 4 adorable elves in the suite has a little castle made of sweets. That's my theme, you see. And I thought it would be extra lovely if it was all lit up. Isn't it the nicest thing you've ever seen? And the elves must be feeling a little left out. This is how it's supposed to look for the contest, but I'm glad your lovely boys got to see it, at least. Shouldn't the lamps be lit up too? Oh, what's happened there, I wonder? I think we better take a look at the lamps and the elves one more time. Alright. Mascara doesn't expect anything that catches my attention. You mean the very obvious blood that no one has mentioned until now? Lamps appear to be broken. Bulbs are smashed. Both of them. Maybe they fell and broke on the floor. There's a red stain on one on the left. Yes. Blood. Blood, alright. I can smell it. The salt lamp is stained with somebody's blood. Huh. Blood. Why is there blood on this lamp? Could it have something to do with why its bulb is broken? Better take a closer look at the other one too. Alright. Let me look at the door. I wouldn't go any closer unless you want the same thing to happen to your shoes. If you've seen what's behind those doors, there's really no need to look again. The doors look nicely decorated now thanks to the beautiful cloth around it. Cloth which we found inside the castle. Welcoming doorway makes a welcoming home. There's just common sense for us to check. Isn't that against the rules of the competition? Is the man who just trampled over the castle's entranceway about hold my tongue for now? Is that against the competition rule? Pretty sure the rule says like everything has to be made out of like candy or whatever. Alright, let's look at the other lamp. So Miss Scone had actually intended to use these lamps in her display. Why were they stashed inside the castle? Maybe because they're broken? Except there's plenty of other places she could have put them. Best place to hide some salt is in some sugar. Isn't that how it goes? Eddie, what? Perhaps the best place to hide trees in the forest. Anyway, if her intention was to put these salt lamps in her final display, that contradicts a certain piece of evidence in my possession. I'll need to point it out by making an introduction. Yeah, non-confection items may not be used as decorations. Alright. So, let's deduce it with the contest. Take a look at the list of rules for the contest, detective. No non-confectionery items may not be used as decoration. That means the salt lamps and the luminous cloths would have been against the rules. Know why they were stashed away inside the castle? I think we need to dig a little further into this with Miss Scone before we can say for sure. Alright. Now let's go look at the very lonely elf in the back. This elf doesn't have any illuminated cloth over like the others. It's not fair to leave the poor guy out, Miss Scone. Well, I didn't want to, did I, dear? But one of my cloths and one of my little machines went missing. Cloth and what sort of machine exactly? Oh, you never guess how it all works. This luminous cloth are connected to these little thingamajigs. They're called full spectrum light emitting devices. They send light down the main cable into each optical fiber strand. That's what makes the cloth glow. A little bit of fiddling can change the light to any color in the whole wide world. Bright red like ferocious fiery flame. Cold blue like glinky crystals of eyes. They have these special batteries that last for donkey's years, and they don't mind the cold at all. You get used to these machines, they're what makes the special luminous cloth light up in all these beautiful colors, Mr. E. I see so much new technology I can barely keep up. Honestly, Gregory, I didn't know this was a thing either. So these light-emitting devices, you lost one of them in a piece of luminous cloth? That's right, Lumpkins. Heaven only knows where they could have got to. Cloth, it could have been something to do with the case. Luminous cloth. Special glow-changing cloth belonging to Scone. She has lost a roll of it along with the device that powers it. Alright, well, let's do a little bit more logic work. Lamp was trauma in the bloody lamb. Let's go ahead. Combine those. You know that the victim was struck and killed with something blunt. We found blood on one of the lamps, which has a smashed bulb inside. The lamp not have been the murder weapon. Sure, could definitely do enough damage to kill someone. Bad is ordering the forensic guy to analyze the blood on lamp. This got done a minute ago. The blood is the victim's, no doubt about it. There you have it. Salt lamp added to the court record. Salt lamp found in Scone's room stained with the victim's blood. The murder weapon was hidden in Miss Scone's room. I'm beginning to think we may need to add her to our list of suspects. Alright, let's put together the fake confections and the rule breaking. She used decorations that weren't made from confectionaries. So not only did she use decorations that were against the rules, she didn't even make any real sweets. Miss Scone made a mockery of the rules. Guess she's not gonna get crowned world's greatest now. And why is this a woman here? Do you think it's got something to do with all this? Miss Scone's so-called creations were all fake plastic models covered in a thick layer of whipped cream. It's a good question. I think we'd better go ask Miss Scone herself. Alright, I don't think there's anything else to put together. So, let's go talk to the lovely Miss Scone. Temperature of the room. Let's ask her about that. Miss Scone, why is the temperature of your room set to 68 degrees? Because I hate the cold, don't I, dearie? And besides, being chilly's no good for a girl. If I want to keep my fresh-faced complexion, I've got to be careful about these things. We ladies have to stay young, don't you know? How old is she really, though? That's what I'd like to know. It's not polite to speculate on a person's age, Eddie. I agree. Eddie, all women is forever 21. Most of your work is made out of whipped cream. And whipped cream needs to be kept at 50 degrees or it starts to deflate. Is that so, dearie? Well, silly me, eh? I've only gone and made a whipsie. You really didn't know that? Scone doesn't seem to know basic facts about making confectionery. World-class confectioner, my foot. Not only did she break the rules by using fake candy, she's ignorant of basic facts about her supposed craft. Scone grows more mysterious by the minute. Alright, let's put those together. Confection research and the lack of knowledge. Put those together. Miss Scone appears to lack basic knowledge about how confectionery is created, and she says that she snuck into another entrance room for research purposes. Probably the action of a world-class confectioner competing for a major prize. Not how I picture a top pro acting. Is she maybe just like a little confidence? Or is she not actually a confectioner at all? Perhaps she had another agenda altogether. After all, we only have a word for it that she went into that room to do some research. Wait, you mean maybe she went in there to commit a murder? There's no way of saying so for certain just yet, but she is hiding something. That much I'm certain of. Investigation complete! That's enough investigating for now, don't you think? Yes, we certainly found plenty of interest. Something's been bothering me for a while now. Mr. Von Karma could have surely found the murder weapon when he searched this room. And yet he didn't arrest Miss Scone. He didn't even seem interested in questioning her. I think our first priority should be to find out what he's really up to. Detective Bat, I have a few things I'd like to ask Mr. Von Karma. Me too? Him and Scone. How could you, Betty Bumpkin? Stop staring at me like that. Here's Detective Bat is just as suspicious of Mr. Von Karma and Miss Scone as I am. Miss Scone, would you be so kind as to accompany us? Of course, dear. Where are we off to? To find Mr. Von Karma. Of course. December 24th! 8:05 p.m. Contest venue, fountain room. Wow, we're 5 minutes off the mark of the game again. Alright. There's Mr. Von Karma. Yeah, Gregory wants to speak with you. Judging by your face, I'm guessing you found the murder weapon? We did. It was in Miss Scone's room. Which means that Mr. Tangarola should no longer be the only person of interest. Nonsense! It doesn't matter where the weapon was found, Tangaro's guilty, and as long as this is my case, guilty he shall remain. Again, I forgot how much of a dick he is. How can he be so sure of Mr. Tangaro's guilt? You have an explanation, I assume? For why the murder weapon was in Miss Scone's room? Of course I do, and I'll be delighted to share it with you. Okay, here we go. The murder weapon! Tangaroa killed Frost with Miss Scone's salt lamps in order to frame her for the murder. To complete the deception, he took it back to her room once the deed was done. After all it had been found near the victim's body, Tangaroa would have seemed doubly suspicious. Huh? Oh wait, what? That's your argument? The body may be hard to move, but a murder weapon considerably less so. And that is why there was no piece of evidence on the scene that pointed to a particular suspect. Is this seriously how people are getting accused of crimes in this world? Because that's a crazy theory. That's a crazy-ass theory. This case would never even make it to trial in the real world. So it's your assertion that Mr. Tangeroa took the salt lamp back to Miss Scone's room. It is indeed. It is more than an assertion. It is a fact based on my own investigation. You mean you have proof that he did so? I don't need any such thing. Wait, what? If you have a rebuttal, I'll be happy to hear it. What? This guy's allowed in the courtroom? Ain't no way. Ain't no way. How would I be able to fold my logic? What logic? You just made a bunch of assumptions without facts. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Ain't no way this is for real. Alright. Alright, I'm gonna press the state vote where he killed Frost with one of Scone's salt lamps in order to frame her for the murder. Alright, cool.
Hold it.
He took one of the salt lamps from Mr. Scone's and ruined back to his own. Indeed. He prepared it beforehand, knowing that it would be the perfect weapon with which to kill Frost. Don't we need a motive for this? Found the lamp in Miss Scone's room. Surely that casts Miss Scone herself in a suspicious light. Perhaps if you'll let me finish. Like the deception, he took it back to her room once the deed was done. Wait, what?
Hold it.
Talking about the lamp made of rock salt that was hidden inside the candy castle, correct? Besides, I was the one who found it, so be grateful. Thanks to me, you even have such a vital piece of evidence. I'm sure I would have found it without you. What made you go inside the castle in the first place, if you don't mind me asking?
Attention.
Think I went in there on a whim? I went in there because detectives are an incompetent law, so I investigated it myself. Rude! Detective Bao wasn't a part of this investigation until very recently. If you want my trust, detective, you have to earn it. And a good first step will be to stop wasting my time. Okay. Alright, let's press the statement where if it had been found near the victim's body, Tangeroa would have seemed doubly suspicious. He came under suspicion anyway due to the body being in his room. Would you like to hear a favorite expression of my no? Even dog can hold still and stay? What? That has no relevance to anything! Body made me hard to move, but a murder weapon considerably less so. Let's press that. Do you think he hit the body in the chest but removed the weapon from the crime scene? Police believe his own creation to be the perfect hiding place. You mean you couldn't help yourself now? It doesn't seem very sorry to me. In any case, the weapon was taken away while the body remained at the scene of the crime. Let's press the statement that that's why there was no pieces of evidence on the scene that pointed to a particular suspect. There's no proof! How can you say for certain that Mr. Tangeroa is the culprit? Everything he has said so far is circumstantial.
Attention.
And his reason is just... because I said so. How the hell does he win any court cases? Presence of the body Tangeroa is itself proof enough of his guilt. No! In what world? You didn't find evidence pointing to any other possible suspects? Perhaps you should take another look.
Attention.
We don't give up to you. There's no need to take another look. Tangeroa is guilty. End of story. With what evidence? Jesus Christ, what? What? This dude just like make up a story and it's like, I don't need proof because I said so it's true. Like, huh? Ain't no way! Hello, Spirit Agnes. Objection, Your Honor. You weren't even there. Actual facts, though. If you're still asserting otherwise, then show me some proof to back up your ridiculous claim. Okay. Okay, so what you're saying is, what Von Karma is saying is, Tangeroa used the lamp to kill Frost in my room. In Tangaroa's room. And then he moved the lamp back into Skull's room, but he didn't remove the cloth that covered the body? How can you say my plan is at fault? You can't. You can't, that's the point. I'm gonna go get some goldfish because I'm feeling snacky. So I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna walk 2 steps away, grab my goldfish, and come back to do this case. I came and made my joke! You did great. You did great. You did great. Goodbye. Goodbye. Have a great Christmas. Have a great Christmas. Alright. Well, now. Alright. This is where we're going to... Not this state. That's why there was no piece of evidence on the scene that pointed to a particular suspect. I beg to differ. Beg to differ.
Objection!
Anyway, objection. Change the world, my final message. I hope to never see you again, suckers. Alright. Bye. It's true that the murder weapon and the blood-stained chocolate were removed from the scene of the crime. But something else remained that doesn't point to one person in particular. Take another look at the photograph of the body, if you will. Cloth covering the victim's lower half. Is that not one of the same luminous cloth we found in Miss Scone's room? What's that, dearie? One of my lovely colorful cloths at the scene of the crime, you say? Yes, that's what I just said. Yes, Von Karma. Nonsense, I see no like to speak of. Yeah, he doesn't know how it works because he's an elderly, stubborn old man. It may look like ordinary fabric at first glance, but attach one of those light-emitting devices, and the difference then becomes apparent. Wow. Ain't no way you've been winning cases for 20 years, Von Karma. Your logic is full of holes. He was expecting that? No. The fact that the cloth can be lit up is neither here nor there. We have to show why it's important. One of the rows of cloth from Miss Scone's room went missing. And if you look closely at the blue cloth in the picture, wouldn't you say it's clearly made of the same material, Mr. Von Karma? He grunts in response. The soul lamp and the luminous cloth both belong to Miss Scone. And see, as the body was wrapped in sackcloth, surely even you have to admit that's suspicious. He's ignoring us now. Mr. Von Karma! I think it's time to accept that a number of factors point to Miss Scone as a person of interest. Did she just pick up her bones, her feet? Greggy Pegleg, how could you? You're accusing me of all people. I'm not accusing you of anything just yet. But I do think you're hiding something. That's not. Just to clarify, your assertion is that both the murder weapon and the cloth were in Miss Scone's room prior to the murder. Oh. He's tisking us. How annoying. What do you want, oh Karma? Only that you worked so carelessly into my trap. Oh. I'm sure it was a trap. Neither the cloth nor the murder weapon were back in her room. Wait, what? Tanjiro spotted them before the contest began and noted the lancet cloths contravened the rules. He subsequently confiscated them and took them to his own room for safekeeping. So Karma moved evidence for funsies. And after the contest began, nobody saw kind nor hair of a process. He secluded himself in his room. The only person capable of entering his locked room was Tanjiro. Possessing as he did the only key. I'm sorry, you're telling me this dude blatantly tampered with the crime scene and he still has his badge? Ain't no way. Ain't no way. What the hell is wrong with this world? You know, he was also in possession of a lamp used to commit the murder. I have everything I need to get Tanjiro convicted all along. Why couldn't you just start with that, Von Karma? This isn't the flex that you think it is. This isn't the flex that you think it is. How does it feel to have lost your mate before even setting from the courtroom? Dude, you dead-ass tampered with the crime scene evidence. How do you still have your badge? Don't feel bad. This can't be happening, Gregory. Gregory. You don't need to feel bad. Dude's just cheating his way through the courtroom. It wasn't for nothing. Why didn't you tell us your stuff was confiscated, Mr. Tanjiro? I will, dear. Many consider if I spilled the beans, I end up being one under suspicion. You're still suspicious. He wasn't around now, was he? You two accused me yourself just a second ago. Yeah, well, you still sauce. Ain't no way this guy still has his badge. He would have gotten like 20 ethics complaints and had his badge revoked 20 years ago. Uh-huh. Two and only 2 sets of fingerprints on the murder weapon. Scone and Tangaroa. No others were found. So she still could have killed him. And used the lamp he had confiscated and murdered Frost. And was foolish not to hide it in Scone's room without first removing his fingerprint. Sir, all of this is still circumstantial. You're just making up a story. What? You prevented us from only talking for me to secure his guilty verdict? No jury will convict based on this evidence. What are you talking about? What about the luminous clouds left behind in Mr. Tanjiro's room? What about it? Is everyone in this room dumb? I don't have enough to disprove any of what he's saying. He doesn't have anything to prove what he's saying either! Why are we all hung up on this? Von Karma. Von Karma. You're saying I don't have any evidence to prove you're wrong, but you don't have any evidence to prove you're right. You just made up some story using this evidence that was happening. You tampered with the crime scene, by the way. Wait, what? I'm so confused. I bet half the people in prison aren't even guilty in this world. This is the logic that people go by. Oh, whoa. Oh, whoa. Alright. Backseat, the investigation isn't over. He doesn't lie on Karma. What is the meaning of this? It means you're a dick, Von Karma. I'm not in the habit of leaving cases half solved. There's still one last thing from the crime scene we haven't identified. Right, we still have the evidence of somebody's activities to account for. Discuss your lingering doubts at your leisure, detective. Von Karma, you're not the boss of him.
Objection!
It's a piece of evidence I'm still not satisfied about either, and I suspect might be the same thing that's bothering Detective Bad. Is yet unidentified something that was left in Mr. Tangaroa's room. The seal?
Take that!
Oh, that's not what Detective Bad was thinking. This is the yet unidentified something that was left in Mr. Tangaroa's room.
Take that!
Well, the fingerprints on the frame? They're finger marks on one of Mr. Tangaroa's creations. Supposing they belong to the murderer, it's trying to explain how their prints didn't end up on the murder weapon. How do I know so much about the crime scene? On Karma. What the hell is wrong with you? Ain't no way this guy's been winning cases for 20 years. All of his arguments are circumstantial. Because I let them look around. You let a defense examine the scene? Are you out of your mind? No? Maybe Detective Bad cares about convicting the right person! I remember you telling me not to. Detective Bad is a good person. And you do well to remember that the results of your sound if you have to your performance here. Gregory, don't stoop so low. Mayor Tony and Carmen such a fact based on a cursory investigation. I'm almost impressed. Von Karma, unlike you, I'm not blind. It's entirely possible that those finger marks belong to Tangaroa. After all, he wore gloves while preparing his creation.
Objection!
Okay, proof conclusive that the finger marks are his. Furthermore, there's still something about Miss Scones that doesn't add up. Yes. No. There's definitely something that doesn't add up. Why am I being so mean to your poor old pal, Delisha? Cause you sus AF, lady! You sus AF! I owned up to nibbling poor Sammy poo-poo sweeties. What more do you want? The truth! I won't have to make you a suspect, that much is certain. But you lied to us, and you're still not telling us everything. Sorry, but you don't even know the temperature whipped cream should be kept at. What kind of professional confectioner doesn't know something as fundamental as that? Oh. I see. Her cream is flustered just like her. I don't think you're muddle-headed at all. I think that you were never a confectioner in the first place. What? Baseless accusations? Von Karma, I have plenty of evidence. What do you mean? You're the one that has a bunch of baseless accusations. How you got this far? How you won 20 years of cases without losing once is beyond me with the logic? That's basically just because I said so! What the hell? How have you been winning court cases? What's your source, Mr. Von Karma? Trust me, no! Evidence is everything in court, but you don't have any! You don't have any! If I'm going to accuse a witness of perjury, I demand you present something to back it up? What kind of investigation are you running? Isn't it your job to figure out why people are being weird? Yeah, but this isn't a courtroom, is it? Nevertheless, what proof do I have Miss Scone doesn't know the first thing about making desserts? Here's her fake confections. Every single one of Miss Scone's creation break the rules of the contest. No, we're not talking about the stupid claws and lips! Shut up! Bakara, shut up!
Objection!
Be quiet, I'm talking here! God! God, you really like the sound of your voice, don't you? Those were the only rule-breaking items in her room. Yeah, sorry you're blind, Von Karma. Maybe you should go get some glasses. Entire fantastical world Miss Scone created, every last bit of it. It's all just a collection of plastic models slathered in whipped cream. That cream is the only authentic confectioner in the room. God. You call yourself a legendary prosecutor? You're blind as a bat, little sir. No real-world title contender would ever stoop so low. This is true, Bat. Yep. Yep, saw with my own eyes. Stepped in it with my own shoes. We finally convinced him. The license will say that surely he can't continue to lie the facts. Oh, Gregory, you applied too much logic to this world. Let's go. Your actions place you firmly on our list of suspects. Then why don't you finally start telling us the truth? Who are you really, and why were you tampering with your rival's work? All right. The truth is, I'm not the adorable little cook you see before you. I'm actually a pharmacist, if you can believe it. A pharmacist? It couldn't be further from what we'd imagined. So what's somebody in your line of work doing entering a contest like this? Well, I just love eating sweeties, if you must know. And Sammy Poo-Poo sweets are the best, or so they say. I just had to enter. I didn't mean to end up making it all the way to the final. Psst. You're Mr. Von Karma's lost for words? It's the only reason you're here? Yes, dearie, and it was worth it. Sam's silly pet sweeties are the bestest treats I've ever tasted to eat. And the finger marks? Were you the one wearing the glove? No, that wasn't me, dear. I don't even wear gloves. Remember Miss Scone's fingerprints were found elsewhere in Mr. Tangaro's other creations. I say that points to her not having worn any gloves. Exactly, Lampkin's Greggy Peg legs got the right end up the stick of an innocent woman. Is your head filled with cream too? Sorry, mannequins. The head may not be filled with cream, but she's certainly no master of subtlety. Let's go. But Mr. Tangaro's weren't the only ones to sample. No, dear, I couldn't help myself. When I had finished my afternoon tea, I tipped over to Chili Wink's room for a little taste too. You were in the victim's room too? Yes, dear, nobody was in there, you see. Quite possibly because the occupant was already dead. But I could only stomach one little bite. I never tasted anything so salty in all my life. So I had myself one of the tasty star-shaped bits off the side of the side to cleanse my palate. You're quite the sweet too, don't you, Miss Scone? Indeed, what didn't she sample? That's everything, I promise. Greggy Peglos. Mannequins, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to make a mess of things. As long as what you told us is the truth, that's all that matters in the end. I think for a second that means I myself believe you. I'm going to investigate the victim's room now. We'll see how truthful you really be after I'm through. Yeah, can I accompany you? I think it's only fair that we be allowed to investigate the veracity of our own conclusions, since you can't come to any good ones. Company if you like, but don't think for a second you'll be permitted to conduct your own investigation. Yeah, we'd like to accompany you the same. December 24th, 9 p.m. Contest venue. Frost's room. What is the meaning of this? Oh. When we got to Frost's room, we saw nada. It was all gone, the whole enchilada. Was this the work of the culprit? A dead body hidden in a chocolate chest, a murder weapon moved mysteriously to another room. This case was a real peach, and it's going to take some serious sleuthing to go to the bottom of it all. To be continued! Save your progress, yes. Yes. I'm tired from yelling at Von Karma. Ain't no way. Alright. April 2nd, 10:15 a.m. Zodiac Hall. Fountain room. Alright, we're back to being Miles. We're back to being Miles. We're no longer Edgeworth Papa, we're just Edgeworth. Went deep on that one. Sorry, Mouserino. Didn't mean to bend your ear for so long. I had no idea that was how it all came about. I read the files, they don't go into anywhere near that level of detail. I bet they paint things in a much rosier light for the prosecution too. Von Carmel's the one in charge after all. What happened with the case after that? Well, what with the ice sculptures vanishing from the victim's room, things hit a bit of a rough patch. So rough in fact that it took a full year before they could even reach a verdict in the trial. A year? This was back before they brought in the whole initial trial thing. You didn't have to finish up in double quick time like you do nowadays. Did they ever find out how the victim's creations managed to disappear? Well, they were sorbets or frozen desserts or whatever you want to call them. Ice, in other words. If it's made of ice, it can melt, which is exactly what they concluded must have happened. But there's a chance that wasn't how things actually went down. Oh. So this place is a gallery these days, but back then it was Samson Tangaroa's place, yeah? On the site of the IS-7 incident. Well, word is Frost Ice sculptures are suddenly back on display 18 years after that fateful day. Oh, the very sculptures the victim made? Who knows, could they just be modeled on the originals? But I figure it was worth coming down for a little look-see just in case. Seems like the least I could do for poor old Gregory. Alright, let's go! I believe they're on display in the Winter Wing, as is very snazzily known. Alright. So Winter Wing. I don't believe it. It's locked. The gallery's open for biz, but the Wonder Wing's off limits? What gives? Ender? Perhaps you should look more closely at the pamphlet we were given. The Winter Wing is over there. It is freaky. Could have sworn it was this one. Anywho, shall we? Time to dive on in and see what we should have seen 18 years ago. Wait. Why is the plant outside the quote-unquote Winter Wing red maple? Is that who I think it is? I forgot their names. But they were Master Mass and his wife. See, they're still keeping it chilly as heck in these rooms. I'm about to turn to a popsicle stick. It is the Winter Wing, you know. But you're right, it's like a freezer in here. It'd be a trick of a lie, but it feels like the whole room is made of ice. The temperature controls will be somewhere at the back there if memory serves. Hey, Master, can you go peep at the degree count? I'm thinking of complaint to the management is in order. There is such a thing as too cold. You insist. Good time. Nosy around and take in the sights while you're at it. Got a camera I need to prep for action. Feel like your pop might appreciate a picture of all this. I'll put on his grace like you'd have a gander. How about this? I scream out, oh no, this must be the work of that villain Damas. Yeah, and I go, that's me, the legendary Master Mouse. Yeah, then no say that and you'll be cuffed before you can blink wrong. Ronnie! Ron something, I forgot his name. Gotta take this more seriously, otherwise how are we gonna get this to market to sell? Castor and Pollux. There's an enormous block of ice on display here. Some explanatory text engraved in it, Castor and Pollux. Every year in December, countless shooting stars can be seen emanating from this constellation. I think her name's Valerie or something. Let's go take a look at some other exhibit. He's so cute. I like how his hair turns into like little drills when he gets angry. Alright, there are two large ice statues on display here, so this must be Castor and Pollux. Yes, these are remarks of Frost's work from 18 years back. Real eye-catching stuff. Ice sculpture's a heck of an art form. It is. These are the works my father never got to see. To think that I get to see them instead, so many years later. Would you mind looking this way for a sec? This way? Oh, he's taking a photo of us? Say cheese! Aww! Please don't do that again. I don't like having my picture taken, but you're so beautiful, Edgeworth. What do you mean? You look so good. Check this thing was still working at all. Now that you mention it, the camera does look rather ancient. Vintage model. You ever heard of an instant camera? Yes. Develops the picture right after you take the shot. Still twist my noggin trying to think how it works. Neat. It's thermal. I know what an instant camera is, but I've never used one. Should know Mr. Ninoto would know it all. You really are your father's son. Alright, step aside. I need to get some good shots of the room here. All his joking, he looks very serious about the pictures he's taking. He must have his own theories about the IS-7 incident. Should have been a paparazzo. These are gold. Wanna see? He really shoved one in my face. What does these two sculptures represent? They appear to represent Taurus and Gemini, two constellations best observed during wintertime. You're a regular encyclopedia, Master. I guess that's why this is the winter wing, right? Because they have the winter star stuff on display here. Anyway, seeing as I'm the nice old rogue on the plot, that one's yours for thanks. Is that the same lamp? And isn't that what's-her-name's color-changing stuff? So the victim made these same zodiac statue out of flavored ice for a contest 18 years ago. Sure did. Lovely crafted life-size desserts. Only ever saw the old ones in photos, though. But these are the spit of the original. This is what you wanted to show me. And Gregory would have wanted to see him, too. I may not have had it in me to come here on my own. Sorry to drag you along. Happy to be able to see when my father's final case unfolded. Yeah, we're not taking another photo. Also, I'm not done. Statue of a rather ferocious-looking bull. Not a gaze one would want to be fixed with. Then I was always taught to return a stare with the stare. Are you having a staring contest with an ice statue? Kyle. This lamp appears to be made of rock salt. It's illuminating the diagram of the zodiac just above it. Gemini and Taurus are not only zodiac signs but constellations that are visible during winter. Winter constellations on display in the winter wing. Uniquely, these statues are made of flavored ice. According to the pamphlet we received, once the other rooms are made of crystal glass. Ice might be rather fitting for the summer wing too. Who doesn't like a nice snow cone on a sunny day? Then we'll probably be too similar in this room, I suppose. Miles has a lot of thoughts. The huge block of ice on display here, it must be incredibly heavy, though maybe not, what with it being hollow on the inside. It's a constellation engraved into the surface along with some explanatory text. The Pleiades, known to some as Subaru, they form part of the larger constellation of Taurus. Why cram so many stars into one tiny part of a single constellation? I guess people in ancient times weren't hugely careful about such things. There's a kid here. Boy wearing a backpack. What's he doing in an art gallery on his own? She wanted to run a gallery so bad, she just quit the industry? I don't get it. I just don't get it. Does this boy know the owner of the gallery, perhaps? Huh. He has horns on his head. Interesting. Oh, I didn't mean to leave. I wasn't planning to leave. I wasn't planning on leaving. It was an accident. It was an accident. I didn't know I couldn't go that way. Alright, well, let's take a look at the control panel. Can't seem to find the temperature controls you mentioned. It's a little tricky if you don't know where it's at. Dang thing's locked. Makes sense, I guess, when I want the visitor cranking up the thermostat and melting apart. According to the pamphlet, winter wings kept at a constant 27 degrees. Damn, that's cold AF. I'm assuming that's Fahrenheit, because that's not that cold in Celsius. That's colder than a snowman's cold bits. Oh, I'm gonna freeze to death in here. I guess there's only one thing for it. Somebody's getting a snuggle. No, no thank you. No thank you. No thank you. No thank you. We could just leave. Alright, I got all the shots I wanted. Shall we scoot on over to another wing and see what's cooking? Might as well do the full tour while we're here. Suppose. Oh! Huh? Came from the fountain room. Let's go see what's up. Oh. April 2nd, Zodiac Hall Fountain Room. Oh no, it's Larry. Oh, isn't that, what's his name? Mr. Gusto? Someone on the ground. Oh no, it's... Larry, what are you doing here? Actually, never mind that. What on earth is going on? You should have seen it. It was awful. Yeah, can you tell me what's going on? Why is there an unconscious man on the floor? I didn't do anything. He just found down in front of me. Is everything alright? Don't you know it's rude to make a wreck in an art gallery? No. Oh. Oh, it's... The smell. Still breathing, but I know these symptoms. It's not safe. I also need to get everybody out of here. There's a moment to lose. There's poison gas coming out of that room. April 2nd, 10:42 a.m. Zodiac Hall Fountain Room. Oh no, I have a bad feeling about this. How's the victim doing, Fender? Not good. He hit a lull of gas. He's still out and sounds like it's pretty serious. The paramedics said there are no signs of external injury and that he was conscious before it happened. Anyway, he's alive just barely. He's lucky we found him when we did. Like I said, he's not out of the woods yet. They put him in the medical room with a specialist. I'm noticing that it seemed like you knew him, Fender. That was Carmelo Gusto. He was here back when the whole IS-7 thing went down. Confectioner. So he was here 18 years ago, too. Any hoozles, this guy here seems like he's in rude health. Old pals of yours, my Sereno? Yeah, unfortunately. Something like that. I'm glad you're okay, Larry. You know me since elementary school? Crush a guy's feelings, why don't you? Every time I see you, Larry, nothing good happens. No, you're supposed to call me Laurice Donim when I'm dressed like this. Oh. So no more Larry, okay? Oh, this is Larry Butts. He's a bit of a troublemaker, but he's one of my only friends from back when we were little kids. Ever since he developed a passion for art, he's been trying to make it big as Laurice Donim. A new name or not, he's still the same old Larry. Grade school buddies, you tell Gregory about this? Please don't. I'll be over the moon to hear you have a pal. He was always worried you never click with anybody. I'm fine. Lucky to a friend like me, no. Never knew I was the cause of such worries for my father. Never mind that now, Larry. What are you doing here? What are you doing here? Larry? Stop looking at me like that? Yeah, now talk. I know I'm here. What the heck do you think? For my art, of course. Oh, and I'm coming on a date here with Lulu soon, so I thought I'd better scope the place out. Who's Lulu? Not actually for your art at all. No, it's always for a girl with Larry. An artist and a romantic. You'll have to introduce me to this lady friend of yours. It's nice to have somebody take an interest for once. Oh. Spare me. By the way, Lauricio, did you notice anything when you found the victim? Nothing in particular. Did you say you seen something awful? The old guy, he just appeared and then splat. He was on the floor, scared the life out of me. But for once, I had nothing to do with any of it. I was so proud. That's the least we should be able to hope for. Honored guest, I can only apologize for the trouble you've experienced. I'm Judy Bound, the gallery manager. Another person from the IS-7 incident. Good to see you, Jude. Mr. Fender, it's always a pleasure. Solid 20, she's the real murderer. Maybe. I can't tell you. Depends on if she gets arrested or not for this crime. She was at the reception desk when we arrived, so she's the one in charge here. Can't believe you had to go through something so awful on our first day in business. It's not your fault. I guess I better introduce you guys. Judy, meet Miles Edgeworth, son of the late great Gregory. Really, you're Mr. Edgeworth's son? Okay, she's either guilty or we're gonna have to defend her. I haven't decided which yet. Oh, she's singing? Oh, she's singing? Isn't this fabulous? That great man's son here with us. 18 long years have passed, but now look, he's here at last. It's very lovely to meet you, Mr. Fine Attorney number 2. Oh, that was the bomb? Yeah? Thanks, Bender! Miles Edgeworth, prosecutor, it's a pleasure to meet you. Oh, you're a prosecutor? I'm so sorry, forgive me for jumping to conclusions. She's very polite, but there's something strange about her. Larry wants an autograph from Judy. Well, if you're sure you don't even want such a thing. Why do you want it, Larry? Rude, you know who she is, right? No? Well, Mouster, you don't keep up with the showbiz news or nothing? Guess it's no big surprise. No. Edgeworth only cares about the Steel Samurai. Judy here's a living legend. It's not just TV, movies, musicals, chart-topping hits, you name it. Don't be silly. I'm just a humble art gallery owner now. I finally quit the biz for good. I finished shooting my last movie just the other day, in fact. Some of my co-stars were even kind enough to say that they would come visit once we open. Anyway, here you are, and good luck with your artistic endeavors. Larry's gonna treasure it till his dying day! Alright. He's in a gosh dang pot. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, Fender. How lovely for you both! Larry, could you go practice your drawing somewhere or something? Yeah, you did come all the way to an art gallery after all. It would be a shame to waste the opportunity. A real artist drawing our exhibits? What an honor! I don't know if I would call him a real artist, Miss Bound. Alright, bye. Seeing as you were so nice about it, I guess I will. I'll be right back. It's a real live wire, that one. You don't know half of it, Judy. One way of putting it, I can only apologize. By the way, there was another woman with you before. Where is she now? You mean Delisha? Delisha Scone? She's in the medical room helping to care for Mr. Gusto. I call it the medical room, but it's nothing quite so grand, of course. I couldn't stay with them as I'm the only one on staff and I can't leave the gallery unattended for long. Delicious scone. Sounds like our ISM bingo card is complete. Something tells me this isn't a coinky dink. Perhaps I could offer you gentlemen a cup of tea? Drop the old Judy bound special blend? Why not, for old time's sake? It would be lovely. Okay, she's making tea for us in her moon teapot and star teacups. Now, if you both excuse me, I better go and explain things to the other visitors. Alright. Bye, Judy. Interesting. It's aroma Ceylon, I believe. Let's give it a try. It's a fine blend. A top quality Ceylon, in fact. Indeed, its citrus aroma set to improve one's ability to concentrate, right? Huh? The old man said those exact words 18 years ago. Really takes me back. There's just one difference. The Jews pulled the sauces back then. Not today, though, it seems. Do you think this is all a little odd? Every single person from the 18-year-old case all assembled in the same place at the same time? Almost feels as if an investigation is in order. Huh? Hi, Gumshoe! Hi, Kay! Heard you got caught up in a poison gas attack, so we came as fast as we could. Hello, Andres! What's up? How you doing? came to look at a gallery, but apparently someone's been poisoned. They're not dead yet, though. But visiting the Calvary. Both doing just fine. Gummy and I got ourselves all worked up over nothing. Character Gumshoe? What were you thinking bringing Kay with you? What if really something did happen? You bring a 15-year-old, 16-year-old girl to a crime scene? I'm fine and you, I'm chilling. I'm enjoying my Christmas Eve with Edgeworth and Co. Hope you're having a good Christmas / Christmas Eve. Alright. It was dangerous, what with the poison gas and all, but she wouldn't take no for an answer. I ran, but I just couldn't shake her off. Yeah, Kay is a world champ. And run away, don't chase the poor detective. All set, sir. Just say the word and I'll head in there and start investigating. You guys stay here, that gas could still be dangerous. Alright, we're counting on you, detective. Good luck in there, Gumshoe! Off he goes. Feliz Navidad. What does that mean? I know Feliz. Okay, hang on. Is that Merry Christmas? In Spanish? Is it? My Espanol is very limited. Feliz Navidad. Let's see. Oh, it means Christmas Eve! I was close. Merry Christmas. Oh no, it does mean Merry Christmas. Ha ha! I did great! I know my Espanol. Barely though. Anyway, let's keep going. Barely though. Barely. But he is a real detective. Oh, our phone is going off. This is Edgeworth speaking. Mr. Edgeworth, looks like the gas is mostly dissipated, sir. So I can go inside? Is that what you say? I'm not gonna die? Oh. Now calm down and tell me what you see. First up, the exhibits. There's a statue of 2 people on the left side. Why is there a box here on this side too now? Interesting. Buen juego. I don't know what that means. Good game. I see. Yeah, we're going. We're investigating. Two-horn animal. Statue of 2 people and 2-horn animal. It sounds familiar. That sounds identical to the display in the winter wing. Other than that, the place is looking pretty damn. The sprinklers spray the place good. Let's do what stop the gas from spreading. Sprinklers? Are there any signs of a fire? No, sir. And the fire alarm hasn't been triggered either. Sprinklers look like the type that detect heat and smoke. When they detect something, they send an alarm, either fire or smoke, to the security room. Yes, they read the gas's smoke and trigger the smoke alarm that way. Why is the autumn wing exactly the same as the winter wing? That's the real question. Did anyone in the security room when the alarm went off? This place only has one employee and that's duty-bound, the manager. She was at the reception desk across from the security room the whole time since the gallery opened. So she heard the alarm from across the way and turned on the sprinklers? Seems they can only be switched on manually and only from there. You want the arc getting soaked for no good reason, I guess. If it's manual, you can maybe even check how bad the fire was and try to get some stuff out first. So security setup's geared around protecting the exhibits. That makes sense in an art gallery, I guess. Brr, and one more thing, it's freezing in here. This isn't the autumn wing, it's the deep midwinter wing. So the autumn wing is cold too? That's so interesting. I checked the temperature, it's 26.5 degrees in here, sir. Why is the autumn wing being kept at the same temperature as the winter wing? Why does it look exactly the same as the winter wing? That's my real question. I'll let you know if I find anything else, sir. Can you take some photos? I have so many questions. April 2nd, 11:15 a.m. Zodiac Hall, Fountain Room. Once again, we've been in this room so many times. What did Gummy have to say? Said that the autumn wind is actually quite wintry. I'm wondering what it could mean myself, but it's a bit hard to tell from out here. We should try to get in there as soon as the police are done with their investigation. Amen to that! We need to see what the deal is for ourselves. Is there anybody else who might know something in the meantime? There's one guy, Mal's best bot. Oh, Larry. Ugh, we have to. I guess we have to. Go talk to Larry. Yes, Kay. That's exactly who you think it is. Unfortunately. Didn't expect to see you here. You're looking as fresh faced as ever. Long time no see. Here's the deal, Kay. I'm Larice right now. You see, I'm also a bit of an artist. God. ¿Puedes español? No. No hablo español. Speak Spanish well? Oh, no. I only know very basic. Very, very basic. I can't even ask for directions. But thank you. Thank you. Alright. Kay and Larry are having a conversation about nothing important. Edgeworth has questions for you, Larry. You're not a suspect, just have questions! Why are you going off? I haven't accused you of anything! Yeah, I never said you did. I need you to tell us what you saw. Say you saw something awful. How so exactly? I didn't see anything, I didn't do anything, okay? I don't think I did anyway. Oh. Why don't you let me decide that? Why don't you let me decide that? You should know about him, Fender. If something smells, it's usually the bugs. Been saying that about Larry for 26 years now. Only been nothing but the truth. His ability to track trouble is legendary, for want of a better word. Historia? They have a lot of history together, that's true. His ability to cause trouble too. I suppose I better find out what he did this time. Alright, here we go. Oh no, we're playing mind chess! Oh no, I hate mind chess. I'm so bad at mind chess. Why can't we just have a good old conversation, Edgeworth? Our aim is to uncover anything that Larry might be hiding. However, since anything, I didn't do anything, you can't prove otherwise. Oh, but you're sweating, bro. Sweating real hard. It's almost impossible for him to keep his cool. I'll need to bide my time when he gets agitated and wait for him to calm down. Let's start by asking him to go into detail about what he's doing here. He shouldn't prove to be too much of a challenge, so let's get this over with. That's right. So bad at this. So bad at this. Ugh. Oh. Let me pop a candy. I want a candy. Open this up. There's some hard sugar candy that I really want to eat right now. I'm gonna start with one before I start yelling at Larry. Going off in Von Karma really put a lot of a strain on my vocal cords. Vamos! Alright, here we go. Mind chess commands. Oh my dear lord. Why are you here, Larry? Why exactly did you come to the gallery today? What kind of question is that? Wait, I don't belong in the gallery or something? Buy my time. Dot. A silent treatment. Hey, if you're gonna ignore me, then I'm gonna paint your portrait. And when I'm done, I'll scribble over it. Bide my time. I'm joking, okay? I never scribble one of my pieces. How could I? They're valuable artworks. According to you, perhaps, I imagine I might struggle to agree. Luckily, some people actually believe in my work. She's called Lulu, okay? She says my pictures are masterpieces. So if you like something, I'll draw it for her. Anything at all. And where is this Lulu? How come you're here alone? I can't be apart from his girlfriend for 1 second of my own life too. Bide my time. Fine. Lulu says she's a Gemini, okay? So I thought I could do a sketch of the statue to show her on our date. And I expect you're pretty proud of this sketch? Not so much this time, actually. But you know, being her sign-in, I just thought maybe she might kind of like it. So you're here for the Gemini sculpture? How very like you to try to tell me nothing, give me so much, and give so much away in the process. So to summarize, you came here today to draw a sketch of the Gemini statue for your girlfriend Lulu. How did I figure it all out? I didn't figure anything out. You told me. You told me, Larry. From your insistent prattle, you just can't help yourself, can you? Damn, rude, Edgeworth. I won't say another word. Larry may want to keep his mouth shut now, but I'll have my answers one way or another. Damn, Edgeworth is so strong. Let's ask him what he did after he arrived here at the gallery. Alright, we'll soon see what he's hiding. It's just a matter of time. What did you do once you got here? Tell me what you did once you arrived. Stupid idea? Why are you staring at me like that? I don't remember. I didn't have a pamphlet, so I didn't know what was here. Where? I just kind of hung around by the fountain. You didn't get a pamphlet? You receive a pamphlet when you paid your entrance fee at the reception desk? Oh. Entry isn't free? You didn't pay upon entry? You mean to tell me that you entered without pay? I'm sorry. It wasn't deliberate. There wasn't anybody at this reception desk is all. So I just thought entry must be free. Miss Bound wasn't at the reception desk? Yeah, you're saying Miss Bound was on the reception desk? Yeah, but it looked like there was maybe somebody in the little room opposite. Interesting. According to Detective Gumshoe, Miss Bound had to enter the security room to activate the sprinkler system. I expect she wasn't at the reception desk because she was busy responding to the incident. Right after, she finally got the place open for business too. The Winter Wing, the gallery's greatest attraction. It's gonna be ruined now. You know a lot about the Winter Wing. Say you don't have a pamphlet, yet you seem to know all about the Winter Wing. For example, that the Gemini statue came here to draw just so happened to be in said room. Therefore, it was your intention to visit the Winter Wing all along, wasn't it? How did you get me? How did I get you again? You're easy, Larry. That's why. Fine, you're right. Came here for the Gemini statue. And yeah, I came here to visit the Winter Wing. I won't deny it. Larry's not one to confess so easily. Then again, he's always managed to surprise me in unusual ways. Let's see what more he can tell us about the Winter Wing. Alright, here we go. Last bout about chess. I expect even Larry has found his feet a little by now. I have to watch his reaction more carefully and see what information I can glean from him. Did you enter the Winter Wing? Is that suspicion I see in your eyes? I tried to get in there, sure, but... You mean you didn't go in? Try to get in, but you couldn't? Yeah, exactly. I want to get in there, but... That old guy came out and fell to the ground. And like I said, it was all pretty shocking. victim prevented you from entering? So you were unable to enter the winter wing because the victim emerged and collapsed in front of you? Yeah, he came out the winter wing door, and then down he went. Yeah, but wasn't it the autumn wing that the victim came out of? That stupid poison gas thing had never happened. I'd be in there happily sketching away right now. Larry seems to have the autumn wing and winter wings mixed up. Regardless, it seems his aim really was to make a sketch of one of those statues. This would be a useful clue. What did you see in the winter wing? Don't let up. Nope. I didn't see anything. Galleries are nice and all, but I kind of changed my mind once I got here. Thought I'd go meet my girlfriend instead. It's time to play my clue. So what became of your sketch? Gave up that little easily, didn't you? Surely you saw something even if you were distracted by the victim's collapse. I did not see something, but that doesn't prove that I did see something totally terrifying either, does it? You saw something totally terrifying, didn't you? Really, Larry? You can at least try to make this a little harder for me. No, Edgeworth, I like this. I like this. I'm able to fly through this easily. Put it to you, Larry Buzz, that you did in fact see something totally terrifying. This might have been the first mind chess where I didn't mess up. I like this. How do I do it? Are you some kind of mind reader? No, yours is way too easy, Larry. Fine, I guess there's no point trying to keep it a secret any longer. Honest, any shoulder shrug. I'm not sure there's much point in you trying to keep any secrets, given your track record. It wasn't exactly the most edifying use of my time, but that's checkmate. Mind chess checkmate! I couldn't help staring at that Gemini statue. My eyes were drawn to it.
Objection!
I kept talking about a Gemini statue, but there's no way you saw what you think you saw. It's simply not possible. I saw a ghost statue or something? Larry still living under the misconception that he was looking at the winter wing. This piece of evidence shows us what Larry was really looking at. Alright. You sure it's kept at a specific temperature? I do think it's weird that the autumn wing and the winter wings are backwards. Because why would it be? It should be spring, summer, autumn, winter in that order. Anyway, let's present that. Take a look at this pamphlet. Autumn wing features sculptures depicting Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, and Aries. Not only that, but I've seen the statue depicting Gemini in the winter wing myself. Which means that whatever you saw can have been a statue of Gemini. Guess that makes sense. Why is he not more surprised by that? It does seem pretty weird now I think about it. One of the two people did look like a goddess. So the other stuff, I guess that wasn't my imagination either. Other stuff? Yes, I'm interested. Tell me. Show me what exactly. I drew a picture of it all. Got the whole scene down exactly as I saw it. I'm still not that confident in my own work, so, show me anyway! I'll only laugh at you a little bit. Can you tell me that the statue was crying tears of blood? Because it was scary. It was supposed to be a statue of Gemini, but it up and turned into a goddess right before my eyes. It freaked me out so bad, I screamed out loud. So he wasn't reacting to the victims collapsing in front of him after all. Wait, when you said it turned into a goddess, what do you mean exactly? The bottom half was suddenly a fish, that's what I mean. Goddess with a fishy bottom half sounds like Pisces to me. So it's really Pisces? So it wasn't Taurus and Gemini? Maybe they saw Aries and Pisces? I heard it's all based on this legend of a goddess and her son turning fish to escape some baddie. Do you think the statue's cursed? I mean, tears of blood turning into a fish? That's something pretty cursed up right there. Don't be a fool. I imagine he simply mistook one statue for the other. A sketch by Larry depicting the Pisces statue exactly as he saw it jotted down my organizer. Simply thought I might have use for it later. Maybe in the bathroom. Stop! Kinda freaky deaky though. The statue with the bottom half that changed shape. Pretty keen to find out what went down the autumn wing, aren't you? I suppose I am. Could there be some trick to the Pisces statue, perhaps? Just about done in here, sir. There's no danger from the gas anymore. You can come in now. Alright, let's go take a look-see for ourselves. Seems it's finally safe to enter the autumn wing. Good detective stress, impeccable timing. Let's go take a look. Alright, everyone's coming. Everyone's coming. It's a party. It's a party in the autumn wing. But the Taurus statue looks exactly the same. Oh, but it's slightly different. The Taurus statue doesn't have all the lines on the horns. And also, the Taurus one is covered in clouds, when the Aries one is covered in a blanket. Interesting. This one is Pisces and Aries, while this one is Taurus and Gemini. Okay. Alright, here we are last, and it really does look a lot like the winter wing. Yeah, it's Larry Gumshoe. The name is Laurice Donim. Yeah, sure. Detective, your report if you don't mind. So first off, I found a blowtorch. The nozzle was still warm when I found it, so I guess it was used pretty recently. Using to heat something. Used blowtorch. Their signs was used just before the police arrived, possibly to heat something. So step ladder already like that when you entered. This was used by whoever let out the gas. The gas was inside the case until someone opened the lid. That's so. Icy statue. Note that the one in the other cases too. This is the autumn wing, so I imagine it should be capped. Oh. It's not Aries? Oh, okay. Where's the fishtail though? Guess there's no fooling you, sir. I thought it was supposed to be Taurus. The weird cloth that's draped around it kind of tripped me up. Oh, it's a luminous cloth. Now we have evidence from the S7 incident too. Cloth that glows when connected to a full spectrum light emitting device. Taking a look around. Seems there's a piece of luminous cloth on each of these other cases too. I wonder what's underneath them. It must be Aquarius and Aries then. It's beautiful. The transformation Larry witnessed could have been the moment when the cloth around the Pisces statue lower half fell away. So someone covered everything to make it look like the winter wing when it was really the autumn. I was imagining things, I wasn't mistaken. I think we can all agree this room is fishier than a bucket of fish. My hunch is that somebody deliberately trying to make this room look just like the winter theme. I was thinking exactly the same thing. All right, I'm on the same page as Edgeworth. That's a good sign. It's always a good sign. Because sometimes he'll say things. I'm like, no, I do not know that, Edgeworth. They even cover the statues up in just such a way as to make them look similar. Cloth over the bottom half, the Pisces and Gemini statues look almost the same. Ditto for Capricorn, cover his bottom half up and he looks pretty much like Taurus. The other two can't be fixed as easily, so covering their place up complete was the only answer. So somebody went to some lengths to disguise Autumn Wing as the Winter Wing. And wasn't it locked when we got here? So we need to take a closer look at things in here, wouldn't you, Thunder? Oh no. It's Judge Gabal and Mr. Winter. Hello, Eustace. What am I doing here? I was already here. I was here first, in fact. Last thing I need is my scene. Hello, Judge Gabel. I pray one day to make you see that your presence is not required at every crime scene. I was already here! I didn't come here to investigate the crime. I'll have to give serious consideration as to how the goddess of justice would have me judge you. Ma'am? Ma'am! I'm not part of your cult. Yeah, you got it all wrong. It's me who asked Mr. Edgeworth to help, not the other way around. Well, then you know what that means, Detective Flatfoot. Oh no. Oh no. Salary check is taking a hit? That's not how you say it, bro. Bet you're looking forward to payday now? Always want to say that? How old are you? Not so fast, Mr. Winter. I was simply assisting with the police investigation as a witness and a bystander. Derek Gumshoe is entirely in the right. So you're saying I should give him a bonus and say yes! Yes! No, you should have said yes! Passionate generosity and truly heartwarming, Eustace. Oh, well, please. We must take into account past transgressions when making judgments that concern the future. And I hereby judge Mr. Edgeworth and his associates unfit to tread the hollow ground of this scene. Ma'am? Goddess of Justice has conferred her blessings on Eustace and Eustace alone. Just by your this sentence alone, I know the Goddess of Justice is not real. Because Eustace needs help. This is Mr. Winter's case? Exactly what she means. It's time for a warm-up act to get off the stage. You solved this one already? You have a suspect line on everything? Ooh. Oh. Larry? Guess it's as good as mine. I can't even begin to imagine how the boy's mind works. Okay? It's surprising that you lack the attitude to understand the winning mindset. No. I lack the stupidity it takes to understand the inner workings of your brain because it doesn't work. Somebody tells me he doesn't know the real winning turn of the phrase. No, he doesn't. Yeah, I lack aptitude. Thank you, Judge Gabel. Exactly? What's your aptitude? That's not how you use the word, bro! That's not how you use the word. Underestimate my information gathering skill, your own peril. Eustace, my child. I don't think I'm underestimating anything. I feel that my experience has taught me that there is nothing to underestimate. Before we came here, we dropped by the medical room to ask the doctor there a few questions, and he told me where the poison gas came from. And where might that have been? It's this chemical you find everywhere. Can't think of a name just now. Let me just call him real quick. Oh, thanks. He's doing great. Oh, thanks, Gabel. Why, let him make the code, you know the answer? The gas was created by mixing two specific chemicals. And who do we know here that's also a pharmacist? Misto. Ubiquium and asphyxion. What kind of chemicals are they? Ubiquium is a real liquid used in all manners of everyday products. Paint and dishwashing liquids, among various others. On its own, it's entirely benign. So it's something anyone could get their hands on. Precisely, but the same cannot be said for asphyxion. What is it used for? It is the main ingredient in a product called Infesticide Ultra. It is pure white in color and is unavailable to the average consumer. In fact, it is nigh impossible for members of the public to obtain it here in this country. As such, we're currently investigating where it might have come from. Poison gas ingredient data jotted down my organizer. You know the name of the chemicals now? Yeah, Judge Cabell already told us. Thanks. Thanks. So the source of the gas ubiquitous is used in paint and stuff, right? And there was somebody here at the gallery today who brought paint with them. It's also used in dishwashing liquid. Did you want to check the kitchen? It's probably also used in shoe polish, which you probably don't know how to use. I'm just saying. Paint is not the only thing it's in. Friend the artist. The paint's on that palette in your hand. Huh? Is this kid okay? He seems a little... Yes. Yeah, he's a little prone to jumping to the wrong conclusions. Quit talking about you like you're not here. I feel like even if we were talking about you like you're here, you wouldn't understand what's going on anyway, Eustace. Simply intimidated by you? Yes, absolutely. I'm so intimidated by him, Cabell. Might not give them yet another reason to fear you with one of your winning deductions. Good idea. Get a load of this. Alright, here we go. This is gonna go great. Winner's winning deduction. A friend, the artist here, won the race to find the victim and was first on the scene. The gas the victim was poisoned with is made from ubiquitous, which, as we know, is found in paint and various other general products. He's carrying paint on his person. He was one winning straight away from the victim, which sure makes him the winner in our list of suspects. You hear yourself? You think so too, right? It is a possibility that certainly can't be discounted. She's not really agreeing with you. Wow, would the artist like to share his version of events? Leave red paint on the scene of the crime? Or something more sinister? Catalyst for a cloud of toxic gas, perhaps? You... Gaval, be for real right now. Take one look at Larry. And you tell me, for real, if you think that pea-sized brain is capable of mixing two things together into toxic gas and not killing himself in the process. Come on. Gaval. Look at him and tell me for real. Do you really think he's capable of any of that? Yeah, ignore him, Your Honor, for the best.
Objection.
Can't run away from the fact my reasoning is flawless? You mean your circumstantial storybook fairy tale that you wrote up on the spot? What evidence do you have exactly that Larry's actually culpable for the crime? I had better things to do than pick holes in your faulty logic, but I don't suppose I have much choice. Rebuttal time! Alright, winner's winning deduction. Let's press the first statement. Be the first to admit that he's something of a suspicious character.
Objection.
You're trying to beat me to it? But you can't because I'm the winner? You're the first, Ray? I'm sure you are. Larry, can you pipe down for a second? We're busy. Please, Mr. Winner, just continue. Alright. Let's press the statement about the ubiquitous. You do indeed. It seems it's found in a number of everyday products. Right, which makes your friend's paint pretty darn suspicious. Yeah, but isn't it also found in a bunch of other stuff too? Is the winning point, I guess. Suppose she does. As I said, ubiquitous is also found in dishwashing liquids, among other things. In other words, paint isn't the only possible explanation. Just suspension erased on my amazing deduction? I would love to. Alright.
Hold it.
By no means certain that paint was the source of the poison gas. But it's by no means certain that it wasn't either. Okay, so your evidence is circumstantial at best. Is that supposed to sound clever? I think he thought it was, Kay. Copy Mr. Edgeworth's speaking style isn't a shortcut to looking cool, you know? Yeah. Edgeworth speaks fine, Kay. Bringing all home, my winning deduction shows he had pain. He was close to the victim. Surely he makes him the winner on our list of suspects.
Hold it.
It's really all you're basing your suspicion of Mr. Butts on? No problem with that? Then show me some proof, loser. Put up. Wow. Really asking for Mr. Edgeworth. Yeah, so let's find the right piece of evidence and really give it to him. We know that Mr. Winner isn't much of a listener, and we also know that his reasoning is likely to be based on a flawed assumption. Didn't find the other guy and he still got it wrong somehow? Okay, it's a waste of all our time. Okay, hang on. I don't even know what the argument is because his argument is so bad.
Hold it.
I need to look at the evidence. Alright, what evidence do we have? A document providing an overview of the IS-7 incident. About Simpson. This is the pamphlet he saw. Oh, I mean, that tells you the layout of the place. And then here are the statues. Sketched by Larry depicting the Pisces statue exactly as he saw. Science was just used before the police arrived. Use blowtorch. Okay. I'm not sure
Objection.
what we're supposed to. Okay. Okay. Carrying pain on this person, he was winning straight away from the victim. Makes him the winner on our list of suspects.
Hold it.
Okay. Okay, so hang on. Okay. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be presenting because I'm really confused. Okay, got it right. Because we got a condescending shoulder shrug. Your deductions are anything but winning, I'm afraid, unless you're looking to win a prize for incoherence. Because you keep saying about one half of the poison gas formula, but not the other half. You deserve a prize, indeed, for stupidest person in this room. And that's saying a lot, because Larry's pretty dumb, too. The gas came from within the case containing the sculpture of Pisces. Created by the artist that the rain pain we know is full of ubiquium. Allow me to offer you a bit of advice, one prosecutor another. It always helps to listen carefully to others. The gas is created when ubiquium is mixed with another substance, asphyxiant. Paint containing ubiquium alone won't create any kind of gas at all. No. No, because wouldn't all the artists be dead? Eustace! So they said that the guy was asphyxiated with ubiquium. So you're telling me all this was based on a mystery of the forensics report? Gas had already done its work by the time Mr. Butts found the victim. Perhaps it's your aptitude you should be worrying about. What does that even mean? It means your ability to do something! You literally used the word 5 minutes ago. It means one's ability or how suited one's to a particular task, Eustace. An attitude, the other word you misused only minutes ago as well, is another thing entirely. Yeah, what you're doing, you're making fun of me. No, you're making fun of yourself. What I'm doing is demonstrating that you do not have the aptitude required to head up this investigation. Alright, here comes Judge Gavelle. Cannot prove your otter's friend did not enter the autumn week. Secondly, that you cannot prove the red paint did not have something to do with the crime. Paint isn't important on its own, surely. What's important is the combination of the red you became with the white asphyxia. How exactly were the two substances introduced to one another? Surely we need to figure that out before anything else. Okay, so you agree, Gavelle? And it's what Eustace will be investigating next. Or what he would already be investigating, he'd not be here making needless trouble. First of all, I was just hanging out. You guys are the one that's bothering me. You're not here to make trouble, quite the opposite. We're here to help. You say you know how the gas was made? I don't believe you. I can certainly point you towards a vital clue as to how it was done. Am I bluffing? He's clearly lying. Might as well let him talk himself in further into corner. I don't feel like I'm the one in the corner, Eustace. Show me what you've got. Which shows how the gas was created.
Take that!
It's a blowtorch. But it's not the blowtorch? Eustace is so confused. Dude, how long does it take for you to... You have evidence somewhere of your vehicle and asphyxia having been mixed. Red and pure white asphyxia. Oh.
Take that!
Somehow shows how the chemicals were mixed to make the poison gas. That's exactly what I'm saying, yes. Thank you for noticing. You do have a good eye. You do? The red tears Mr. Butt saw, that was the ubiquium. Saying the statue cry the stuff out. No. So what, our culprit, some kind of evil spirit? No! It means it was melting! Which time am I gonna have to waste taking through him and through the step by step? The red tears alone would not have been enough to create the gas. It must have mixed with something else inside the case. What evidence do you have that's what happened? Evidence is right there in the sketch I just showed you. Oh God, they turn pink at the bottom. Are you stupid? Are you blind? Observe the pool of pink liquid beneath the Pisces statue's glass case. It clearly shows that the two chemicals mixed. Oh my God. How does that prove some can mix with some asphyxion? Alright, why don't you explain, Larry? You claim to be something of a painter. Imagine you have some experience mixing colors. What happens when you mix red with white? You did graduate from junior high? Any idiot knows that red and white make pink. I mean, there's variations. You got your rose pinks and your baby pinks. That'll be more than enough, thank you. You see what I'm getting at now, Mr. Winner? You think you do? You're only a little slow, ain't ya? Because red asphyxion is white. Mix the two together and you get pink. That's what the pink liquid is. Yes. I'm glad we're going places. Got there in the end. Interesting. Interesting what? I have raised the possibility, nothing more. As all of you have been this whole time while you're telling me I'm wrong. Possibilities. And I know for sure that this shows the results of the two chemicals having mixed. Besides, the sketch you are attempting to enter as evidence drawn by a suspect. How can you possibly hope to rely on its veracity? What, are you gonna test the statue? You may rest assured, Your Honor, that I mean to prove my theory to all of our satisfaction. Not be wise to justify your position any more further, Mr. Edgeworth. I don't know, Gavelle. I think I've proven that I am way too smart for you. and your little pet, who seems to be doing a very bad job at maintaining any common sense. Especially there's another question of which you have yet to provide a satisfactory answer. How can you prove that this man did not enter the autumn wing? Now you're able to, there's little more to discuss. Feel a victim could help us out with that? Mr. Gusto is still unconscious and in critical condition. Ma'am, you're contaminating the crime scene! If you don't mind, Eustace needs to carry out his own investigation of this area. If you would be so kind as to leave him in peace. Anyway, Larry has things to say. You could just hold that pose for a moment there. Finally, she tells me her name. Alright. Larry, can you get to the point? There's something I forgot to mention. The door was locked. I tried to open it, and then the old guy came tumbling out. It does appear that the door can be unlocked from the inside. However, that does not necessarily mean that it was locked at the time as you claim. I'll prove your statement carries little weight.
Objection!
Well, as it happens, I can back our pal here up on that. You tried to come in here too, but it's just like the guy said. It was locked up tight. Ain't that so, Mouserino? It is. I distinctly remember how it went. You thought this would have been the winter wing, because, you know, it has a Christmas tree outside. Any reasonable person would have thought the one with the Christmas tree outside is the winter wing. Prior to the incident with the gas, it was not possible to enter this room from the outside. And what is to say that your suspicious friend was not in here with the victim the entire time? The fact that he didn't suffer the ill effects of the gas. Searching for a gas mask if you like, doubt you'll fight one. Suppose we will have to take you at your collective word. It was a little too easy. Sus. You accept that Mr. Buzz is no longer a viable suspect? And once again, Mr. Winter's detection had fallen short of the mark? You need some more information? Bro, you don't even know how to listen! I'm blaming guy for being a little hasty with his deductions. I can, actually. I can. Your job is to find the real killer! And you just pull deductions out of your orifices whenever you feel like it. No, it's not cool for a prosecutor to be saying stuff like that, right? Very well, then perhaps we should call our next suspect. Hey, step down from the stand. There is no stand. There is no stand. There is no stand! What stand? Alright, so who's our next suspect? Promises Delicious Scone. Your artist friend may have struggled to lay his hands on a bottle of Infesticide Ultra. Someone in here lying word will surely have a better idea of where such a thing might be acquired. Oh, I'm beginning to think that Judy is not so nice. Court hereby calls for a 10-minute recess. This is not a courtroom, ma'am! 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 This is not a courtroom! You can't just make places courtroom because you feel like it! Alright. Possible Judge Cabell has suspected Miss Scone from the start? Probably, because I was sus of her too. Now that you mention it, she wasn't helping Mr. Winter like she usually does, huh? Nope. What exactly is your angle here, Judge Cabell? I don't know. Can't tell if she's secretly helping us or if she really hates us. To be continued! Alright, let's get to the next part of the case. Save your progress. Absolutely. If I have to listen to Eustace talk through all of that again, I would be very, very upset. I think Judy killed RT, and then she tried to kill Mr. Gusto. And now she's trying to frame Miss Scone. At least that's what I think. I could be wrong. April 2nd, 12:05 p.m. Zodiac called Autumn Wing. Sure, taking their time. I thought it was supposed to be a 10-minute recess. Wait no longer. I won the race to find Delicious Scone. Here she is. dears. This lovely young man said you wanted to speak to me. Delicious scone, purveyor of the most wondrous wares a pharmacist can offer. At your service. She's so cute though. Delicia to my pals, and even Miss Delicious to some. Don't call him the winner. Alright, Winnie Pooh, whatever you say, it's so lovely to meet you, dearie. So much for calling me the winner. Oh, have we met before, young man? Gonna love this, Delicia. That's Miles Edgeworth, Gregory's son. Well, I never. It's a pleasure to meet you, Miles. He smiles. Yeah, if you must address me by my given name, just Miles will do. Ooh, Greggy Peck likes boy and all grown up too. Make me feel my age, why don't you? Oh, she looks exactly the same as she did, what, 28 years ago? It's crazy. Ma'am, what's your secret? I wonder just how old she is. I have no idea. Ma'am, what's your secret? Eustace, I believe some questions for our pharmacist. What brings you to the gallery today, Miss Scone? Well, I came to see Daryl Moody Judy, of course. We've been fast friends for 18 long years, and no one's going to stop me from visiting her now. I understand that you helped look after Mr. Gusto in the immediate aftermath of the attack. Oh, I didn't do much, really. Just whipped up a quick antidote for the dear old doctor. Oh, you can make an antidote just like that? Convenient. Oh, yes, dear. As long as I have the right ingredients, I can throw together just about any medicine you like. It certainly helped that the medical room was well equipped, though. We're much better off treating him here than losing vital minutes taking him to the hospital. Anyway, we did what we could. The rest, well, that's up to him. You know the victim, Miss Delicious? Oh, yes, well, sort of. It's been 18 years since I last saw him. Apparently, he's famous these days, one of the best confectioners in the world, or so they say. Interesting. So he's a well-known public figure. I wonder if he killed Artie and Judy killed him because of what happened to Tangaroa. I wonder. Oh yes, dear, he was on the news and everything. Confectionery crafting king of the world, they say. So the old dog really went to Zanfire up this game just like he said he would? Or he stole Tangaroa's secrets. Both are plausible. Are you familiar with the substance known as Investicide Ultra? Of course, dear, you use it to, well, to get rid of, you know what. Oh, it's awfully strong, though. That's why they don't sell it in the shops. That's what you mean by you know what? The little blighters that frighten the life out of poor innocent ladies like yours, surely that's what. Ghastly little creatures running around people's nice, clean kitchens and terrorizing them. Yeah, cockroaches. In other words, cockroaches. Are you aware of what happens when the chemicals of Fixion and Ubiquim are combined? You know the answer to this, Gabal. Oh, yes? It's right there in the Investicide Ultra instructions. Do not mix with products containing Ubiquium, ever. Because if you do, they react with each other and make a horrible poisonous gas. What was it again? Effects of inhalation include respiratory complications. And, well, death. Poor Gusty very nearly didn't make it. To make that much gas, you need, probably 500 milliliters of each alchemical, I'd say. Certainly talks like a skilled pharmacist and putting herself right up there in the suspects list. The Big Queen's awfully thick and sticky, and it heats up very quickly indeed. It's also bright red and smells minty fresh. Oh, and cheap as a chip. That's why they use it into everything. Asphyxia on warm water and it's white in color. Oh dear, thank you. The bell literally set a trap for her. You're clearly well informed, Miss Scone. I think she's being framed. As well as I should be, dearie. After all, Investicide Ultra is made by the company I work for. Oh no. Miss Scar! Oh, but before you get the wrong idea, they don't go around handing out free samples. As I say, it's awfully, terribly dangerous. You couldn't buy it even if you wanted to. Think that tells us all we need to know? Oh, she suspected Miss Scone. Or maybe she suspects Judy. Something this small makes me wonder if she has some other angle in mind. Maybe she suspects Judy. Alright, what do we got? What is it, Gumshoe? Turns out the sculpture's glass display case open from the top. And the temperature inside can be adjusted to all the way down to 0 degrees. The Pisces case was kept at 26 degrees. Damn near got my hand stuck to it. Anything else? They found something on the underside of the top part of the Pisces case. Traces of ubiquium. That's odd. If there was ubiquium stuck to it, it should have stayed stuck. After all, at 26 degrees, it would have been frozen solid. How did things wind up as they are now? I think Kay may be able to help us figure out just that, or at least Mr. Thief might. You guys are desperate to get on my good side? No. Take it away. Alright, here we go. Before you get too carried away, oh no. The goddess of justice has no need of your help. We will find the truth ourselves. The baby prosecutors gave us the big thumbs up. What's the issue here? No. Committee has some dirty little secret doesn't want us to find out? Not required to explain myself to me? God, you're so sus. If you feel that you absolutely must participate in the investigation, perhaps you could prove to me that it will be worth our while to keep you around. Sus. Who triggered the release of the poison gas? In answer to this question, I will consent to your participation in the investigation. I'm pretty sure it was the victim. There's only one person it could possibly be. Answer is indisputable. Who released the poison gas? The victim. The victim, Carmelo Gusto, is the only person to have entered the Autumn Wing. Thus, only he could have opened the case. Appears to be the only logical answer. Very well, I will permit your participation in this investigation to continue. However, if at any point I feel you're contributing nothing of value, you will be removed immediately. Alright, understood. Even if Mr. Gusto did open the case, we still have no idea why. Here we go. Let's use the data we've collected to recreate a scene before the poison gas went off. Alright, here we go. We're getting a simulation! Eustace, it's just a simulation. You're gonna be fine. Let's begin by examining the Pisces sculpture. Generous amount of ubiquium frozen to the underside of the top part of the case. So what? Keeping that lid on real tight. Actual glass lid is all cracked though. Somebody really went to tiny little house there. Do you have any idea how the glass lid might have come to be so cracked? Doesn't look like the outer facing side of the glass suffered any damages. The cracked piece of glass that we know was ice cold on its inner facing side, and we also know that it wasn't damaged in any direct way on its outer facing surface. Makes you think of the way you glare at people. So the cracks, they would have been cracked before being put on. It's cracked by heat expansion. Applying heat to ice cold glass from the outside would cause it to crack. Why is it all heat cracked in the first place? Heat cracked glass lid lined on its underside with frozen ubiquium. To melt like ubiquium, I'm guessing? It's more, I know how Mr. Gusto opened the case. Why do I need to give you a chance to figure it out first? Use your brain! It would be quite the way. Keep it to yourself. I want answers. How did Mr. Gusto open the case?
Take that!
Blowtorch. The blowtorch shows signs of having been used recently when it was found here in the autumn rain. I think it's likely that it was used on the glass lid, causing it to crack. Use a blowtorch to open a glass case. Mr. Gusto was trying to melt the frozen Wiccan so he could open the lid. You don't have a clue what's going on. It was Edgeworth making things hard to understand? Just admit you don't have eyes, bro. Do you mind updating the recreation so that Mr. Winter can follow along? It'd be very helpful, thank you. God. He really deserves... He really should run for politics instead. Mr. Gusto was alone in the autumn wing, and while he was in here, he used his blowtorch to melt the frozen brickweed on the underside of the lid. As the brickweed melted and mixed with the asphyxion that was already present inside the glass case, thereby producing a poisonous gas. If Mr. Gusto had finally managed to open the lid, he would have released the gas and poisoned himself. He made it as far as the fountain room where he collapsed. But why would he do any of the above? So he opened the case and out came the gas. It seems we got there in the end. But why would he do that? Yeah, but why the heck-a-doodle-doo did he want to open the case in the first place? I'm not sure, in fact, we don't even know what his ultimate goal was. He might have come here for the same reason I did, to check out not the autumn wing, but the winter wing. Remember, right? I thought this was where the winter wing was when we first got here. Caught you out too, did it, my little Eddie Lumpkin? I was ever so confused, what with it being where Chillywink's room was all those years ago. There's even the same little tree in front of the blessed door. Why wouldn't be all at 6s and 7s, eh? If I'm involved with I-7, is to make the same mistake? I think we need to go and take another look at the winter wing. Time to see how quick I can become as Mr. Winter, I suppose. Eureka? You had the answer? Oh no. Answer to what exactly? That man was going to end it all? A dramatic exit stage to last sort of artsy-fartsy farewell. Huh? Have you been listening at all this whole time? At my level, I barely need to listen to a word, and I still understand exactly half of what's going on. Are you sure about that? I find it is always best to leave things like child wrangling to a professional! Alright, well, at least Cavell knows how to handle Eustace. In the meantime, don't you have something to tell Mr. Edgeworth and his friends? What did you forget? I took the liberty of investigating our friendly pink pharmacist here. Or rather, I had one of my underlings do it for me. Alright? Anyway, let's put a pin in my suicide theory for now. There's something more important to tell you. It's a what? It was Miss Delicious who set up the poison gas trap. Huh? Wait, what? Back to pudding? How dare you? I did no such thing. Now, can you explain, Eustace? I would like to hear your explanation. This is Miss Delicious Pharmacist's license. And it says right here that she's authorized to handle Investicide Ultra. Okay, just because she's licensed to handle it doesn't mean she's the only one who's gonna do it. It's almost impossible for ordinary people to get a hold of that stuff. And Miss Delicious is no ordinary person, she's a card-carrying pharmacist.
Objection!
That's not all! There was a bottle of Investicide Ultra in the victim's pocket. And what do you know? It's covered in your fingerprints. You know that you and Miss Bound took the victim to the medical room. What better moment to slip the bottle into his pocket? It's That's all you got? Circumstantial at best. This entire game so far. There's only one person on the premise licensed to carry Infestify Ultra, and that was you. Furthermore, you're acquainted with Miss Bound, the owner of the gallery. Meaning you would have access to the building, an ample opportunity to prepare your trap. That Infesticide Ultra was stolen from me. Oh. Lying will only lengthen your sentence, Miss Gull. Gaval, I think we've established throughout last case that you're very bad at telling when people are lying if they're telling the truth. It's in my bag somewhere, I'm sure of it. What is she looking for? That's not it. That's not it. Clock looks good. Ah, here we go. I knew it was in here somewhere. Look! Something written on it. April 1, complaint file, offense theft, item stolen, Infesticide Ultra, 1 bottle. It's a crime report relating to a theft. See, you silly Billies, I told you somebody pinched it off me a week ago, no less. What you mean to say that it was not in your possession at any point today? That's exactly what I mean to say. I think the bottle you found might be the one I lost. I always have some of my medicine back, just in case, you know. I'm supposed to keep my bag locked up tight, but well, I forgot my head if it wasn't screwed on. And now, thanks to silly old me, someone's gone and mixed up a cloud of poison gas with the stuff. See, but why on earth would you carry such a hazardous substance around with you? Like I said, just in case, you never know when one of them might appear. You mean the ghastly little creature run around people's ice cream kitchen type of them? You just roll up a newspaper and whack. One and done. Wow, it's violent. I like that. I think perhaps it might be wise to confirm the authenticity of the crime report just to be safe. Can't hurt to verify Miss Gone's story after all. She may be lying to us. Oh, now you think she may be lying? Alright, this is gonna go take care of stuff. So Miss Gone might not be guilty after all. If she really were the one who set up the poison gas trap, I highly doubt she would use a method that directly implicates her. So who do you think did it, Smiles? Someone with knowledge of the victim's likely behavior and the time and the means to prepare. 2-factor, which points to one very specific person. Don't leave us hanging. We have the means to steal and infest our Ultra and dress one room up to look like the other. Miss Judy. Surely only Miss Bound, the proprietor of these premises, could possibly have prepared in such a way. We need some solid evidence to support such a theory nonetheless. Oh, you sus her? You're sus of her? Like you already knew. It's because I think Fender is sus that she's the one that killed Artie. Nice shooting, Mouse Arena. I might have to make that associate position a permanent deal. Back with results. The police have confirmed that the theft really was reported and logged, which means we may have been a little hasty with some of our conclusions, team. The only person who's been hasty with any conclusions so far, Eustace, has been you. Yeah, every single one of your conclusions have proven to be hogwashed. We're only just getting started, yeah? What's our next move? First we need to go and talk to Miss Bound. And then I'll think about what to do after that! Dear Lord. Mr. Gusto's real destination appears to have been the Winter Wing. Perhaps it would be worth having someone investigate that room more thoroughly. Thank you. Gumshoe, please take care of it. Thank you. Alright, we're gonna join you if you don't mind. Let's all go talk to Judy. Alright. As much as I would love to talk to Judy right now. We are very close to the 3-hour mark. So we're gonna save here. And then we'll come back to talk to Judy. next Wednesday. Because I fear if we keep going, we're going to be here for a long, long time. Let's go back to the title. Save. Save. Alright, here we go. Back to the title. Alright! Wow, I've been sitting in the same position for at least an hour. Well, anyway, we did some investigating today as Edgeworth Papa. But we're now back in the present day. My current running theory is that Judy killed Artie. And Mr. Gusto knew. And now she ended Mr. Gusto. But I could be wrong. There's so much left to investigate. That is it for tonight. We will be back to investigate more and speak with Judy about the very sus circumstances surrounding everything next Wednesday. We'll be back on Saturday at 7 p.m. PST with more Persona 3 Reload. That is it for tonight. Hope you all had a great Christmas Eve, and I hope you all have a good Christmas. And I will see you guys in my next stream. Good night, and I'll see you next time. Bye.